No.
Wow, I watched way too much television, but that's okay. Welcome to the House of Sully. It is Saturday night, and we have a special guest, Phoenix. Welcome. Yay, it's been a while. Yay.
It has been a hot minute. The 1,000 subscriber special.
Yes.
Amazing.
But you're still a veteran here in the House of Sewing, so welcome. Yay, Shalom, how are you doing this evening?
I am having a fangirl moment, because Phoenix, aka Amy Winehouse, is here.
Twinnie McTwin from the Twin Planets, playing first base for the Minnesota Twins. Former star of the show Twin Peaks.
Yeah. Thank you.
How's it going?
We've had a very eventful day. It's been a great day.
It was very eventful.
Twin went to a quilt show, but before we get to that, I want to say hello to Mona. Hello, pink waving hand. Hello, Ollie Baba. Yay!
I love Ollie. It's all my fault. Did you read his comments?
I have to concur because my phone is flooded with Highland cows.
And
my phone is
flooded. It's only me. You bring it up more than I do now.
Because that was my thing, right? Yeah, Highland cows, sure. Yeah, betcha. Yeah, you betcha.
Yeah, sure. Betcha. Oh. But you guys are so welcome to have culture. Yeah, Highlands.
Nancy, hello. Great to see you. Katie. Hello. I'm trying not to skip anybody. Nancy, hello. It's been a crazy day. Another crazy day. I went to the swap meet and it was trying to rain again.
Hey, rain is good.
Did you wear your new jacket?
What's that?
Did you wear your new rainproof jacket?
No, I did not. What? I have a swap meet uniform that I wear.
You can't look too fancy at the swap meet. You got to look just this sign of like, this guy's not going to pay money and he's going to haggle. So can't look too. If you look too fancy at the swap meet, they overcharge you. So you got to, yeah.
And apparently, you're just a complete heat score for like people robbing you as well,
That too.
Well, they try to rob me with the high prices. Oh, Moni, your day sucked. Well, we're here to make it better. I went and I bought a bunch of tweed. I know that guy's holding out.
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I was trolling A, they might be holding out. B, somewhere in San Diego, there is somebody that's got this cat tapestry and a whole bunch of rolls, including uniform material for like $50. Like rolls. I'm like, I want some of that cat. It's so cute. Okay, sorry, swap me. I can't drive down there.
That's only like, I always forget how close San Diego is to my house. But it's only like 110 miles or something.
Right. No, I know. I have no distance. Like, I quaff about Northern California. Like, that part, I'm like, I have no concept of distance and time. I will admit it, to be honest.
I'm kind of the same way, though. I lived up there, and it's still a different. I've driven. I've been from my house to Portland quite a few times, and to that other place I was discussing, but I will not dox that place because once you say the name, it's a very specific place.
Oh, but Phoenix, Oregon is Phoenix.
So, Twin, you went to a quilt show today.
I did, right here in Raleigh. It was great. Lots of fun. I'll have a video coming out to show everything that I did.
Was there lots of people?
Probably about the same amount of people that we saw when we were at Road to California.
That's a lot of people.
It was. And it was about the same square footage too, but not as many quilts as though when we went to Road to California.
Really?
Yeah, it was because they had a lot more garment sewers there from around the world, from around North Carolina, or the United States. So, yeah.
So would you say it's more of a clothes show? Hey, Judy, hello.
It's half and half, really. It's almost split right down the middle. So they did a really good job organizing it and setting it up, and it was fun.
Did you wear your jacket?
I did wear my jacket. Yes. A lot of compliments on it. And I even met somebody that watches you and I.
You met somebody out in the wild. That's amazing.
Somebody out in the wild. Yes. So Christina, if you're watching, hello, how are you? And you can see that Williams is still in California.
I know it's shocking to not see us together at a quilt show. I know.
Yeah. I mean, that's like one of the first questions that came out. She goes, "Where's William?" And I was like, "Oh, the cowboy didn't come today."
Of all weekends, I have to go pick up my mommy tomorrow.
No,
Of all weekends, I have to be the good son.
William's grounded. Okay, let's just not get it twisted here.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Mona's had a terrible day. Hot water heater went out, apparently was smoking. Gonna try to fix it Monday. Cold shower was not fun, and I don't feel refreshed.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Today.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the absolute worst. That is the absolute worst.
I think I would have boiled hot water on the stove and took a standing bath at the sink.
Yeah.
I have I have a giant porcelain tub for my sink. You can boil water and just
in the
sit
tub
in there.
like when you're a baby. You're like,
And I know for a fact that I can fit in it because I installed the cabinet.
Mm.
And so to test it out, I sat it.
You did not.
yes, he did.
There's a picture. I had to take off my tool belt, but I fit in there.
Or you used to be able to fit in there.
No, I still do.
Tested out last week just to
All
make
the
sure.
time. All the time. I'm like, it's the weird things. It's the weird things when you're by yourself. If there was a fly on the wall, they'd be like, is that guy getting in the sink? What is he doing?
Yes.
Just making sure I still can.
What nut house am I in right now?
The house of sewing. The nut house of sewing.
Oh, that's funny.
Speaking of which, I went and got more tweed today.
Of course.
Like I said, I truly feel like this guy's holding out.
I really think that he has a store, like one of those big containers in the back, and you need to figure out like the secret code to get back there.
No, I'm just gonna follow him. I'm gonna follow him and be like, okay,
Mhm.
I want this, all of this, because he gives me insane prices.
Mhm.
Because he's got a container out back, and he has a hoarding problem, and his wife only lets him have a certain amount per week.
At this particular swap meet, this is a very established swap meet, so they all have shipping containers. Like, I don't know if you like, because it's the same vendors over and over. And in the morning, because I'm there at 7:45 in the morning.
Mhm.
And so I see them pulling the stuff out of the shipping containers, and and some vendors are further away, but it's all it's all organized. How's it going? The big tweed heist of 2025. Great to see you, Judy. Great to see you. Yay. Sewing's 11. I'm ready. I'll drive the trash truck like Sammy Davis did in the movie. In Ocean's 11, I loved that movie when I was a kid.
Hmm.
But I truly feel like this guy's holding out. Because every time I go, there's something different.
Could possibly be.
Oh my gosh, I slept wrong. So my neck is all over the place. And you know what? Tonight, I'm still thinking about making Jankos. but I have a lot of stuff to go to because somebody sent me something. We should go to that first.
No, go to your tweed first.
Nope.
No.
First off, Twinny McTwin from the Twin Planets. Hold on, is this working? Oh, it's working.
I forgot my tiara.
But Twin sent me this because we are now a team, and I put these as back patches on my vests.
Yeah, because he's the coach.
Twin inadvertently didn't know that these colors are the red, the black, and the green. For those who know, you know, I'm gonna rock this. I actually really like this. So that's amazing.
I got the memo now, so we're good.
Oh, I'm excited to rock that. And also here, I'm gonna make.
Oh yeah, you have to
big.
make yourself big.
Also, maybe this as well.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be. I can't wait to put this on a vest. That's amazing. And this is Tula Pink, right?
Yeah, it's Tula.
I
It's
have
one
to know
of
these things 'cause
Connecticut block for you.
people walk up to me and they're like, "Do you know that you're wearing Tula Pink?"
Did I break some law?
Grandma, no, but people spot me. They can spot the fabric. Also, okay, first off, Jess, you didn't wear William t-shirt. We need to get you one.
I had no time to make a Williams t-shirt.
I'm gonna get you, and it's gonna be just my face. It's gonna be giant, as big as I can get it on the shirt too, to where you can't wear anything over it. Where you have
I'm
where
gonna
it's
have
just my
this
big old
just
face.
you. Well, we're gonna have to talk about what the picture before you put it on there.
Okay.
Okay, just promise. Thank you.
I'm
Right.
loving this unboxing. I'm glad this is an unboxing episode.
I
and
didn't
also,
know he was gonna do this. I
Oops.
thought you were, you know.
Twinny McTwin, because I constantly talk about Twinny McTwin's iron. I thank you.
You're welcome.
Look
Oh,
at that.
a mini
Be
iron.
jealous.
Yes.
You see my face?
Don't
And
put water in it. It'll last longer.
I'm gonna put it right here, and I'm gonna go. Oh, I forgot that thing was here.
Yeah,
Oh, I forgot that
exactly.
thing was here.
I put water in mine, but I drain it also every single time and then let it run for a little bit. So
Oh,
the
I'm
water comes out.
excited. Oh, I'm
I
excited.
just have a spritzer that I never fill my irons because they're always in, or my one. I always use a spray bottle and then just spritz the seams.
Oh,
and press them
that's a good
open,
idea.
but-
Yeah, me too.
That's a good idea.
I have water in my Panasonic, and it hasn't messed up yet.
Mhm. Well, I had one mess up on me before, so
Oh,
Hamilton Beach that we both had.
Okay,
isn't that everybody's first iron when they first?
I think so.
so I have a backlog of things that I need to make, things that I need to work on.
Hmm.
This is going to jump the line, but I have to say, this young man looks like his name is Geraldo. Look at his face.
Yes.
Look at Geraldo's face.
Oh,
Yes.
that
Gerardo.
shawl collar.
That guy is coming to take your
Mhm.
woman with his tape.
That's
Look
right.
at those pants.
I am.
I can't
Oh.
wait.
I have the material for that whole. I could do the whole purple deal.
Are we going to do the cape
That-
or the coat?
Yes.
Yes.
I like the cape coat, and I kind of like the jacket with the giant tails. So
Yeah,
it might be
Yeah.
like all of the above.
Yes.
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 I think it needs to be the cape over top of the tailcoat. So that when you take off the cape, it's a reveal. Okay. Like
That man
and
is about his business. This
Yeah.
man right here is about his business.
I
that
sell
is
diamonds
Mr. Steely
in the
Girl.
diamond district.
That's right.
Shalom, we need to find him like one of those little clasps that go like on the top of the shirt.
Oh, and cufflinks.
Cufflinks.
Yes.
I have an extensive collection of cufflinks, actually.
Oh,
I have an
no.
extensive collection.
The question is, what don't you have an extensive collection of?
That's true.
Sword
We-
cane.
we-
You need
we-
a sword cane.
We
with that
figured out sword cane is on the list so far. See,
Oh, there's
Judy
something
uses
else.
distilled water in her Panasonic. My Panasonic works great. I had many irons messed up with water in them. I use spray bottles. You know, I've always wondered about that because there's two different. There's like people that either do it or they don't. I use distilled water. I've been doing that my whole life. I haven't had problems yet. But I will take your advice, Twin. I will not put.
Well, if that's your preference, go ahead.
No.
You'll just never see water in any of my irons.
His name is Hirado.
I agree, Jess. But I also agree, if you're going to put water in it, I would use distilled water because of the minerals. But also, what people have been around me for a while know, I loathe my iron and I will press any other way, but without an iron, if I can help it. So I don't. It's usually like in some place where if there was water in it, it would make a mess.
And Twitty McTwin sent me
Whoa.
fabric because I'm a
Look
fabric
at
hoarder.
that. And
Yeah.
the colors. Oh, and the geometrics on that.
It's raw
Ooh.
pell fabric.
Oh,
Yes.
fancy. Benterex.
Yes.
My new iron doesn't have a way to turn off the steam feature. You know what? My Panasonic does that too. If the tank is empty, it makes a lot of noise and
Yeah.
pulses so annoying. Hey, Joydy, hello. Great to see you. Welcome.
Rita's one
Yay.
too.
Okay, this is an amazing. Oh my God, what a care package this is so far.
You don't see Rita?
I'm having fun.
Hey, Rita, hello. Sorry, I have zero voice. I think a mouse is louder than.
Oh, I'm so sorry,
Aw.
girl.
No, you're missed, Rita.
Yes.
My kids are very loud today.
It's okay. My son thinks he's an opera singer.
Oh,
He belts. Oh man, he's
I
in
hear
there.
him once in a while. Not very
Oh.
often,
But quite honestly, I think that's healthy.
but
Like every once in a while, you gotta just sing full octave. Like just let
Yep.
it fly. Like
amen. Amen. I'm here for it. I may have been singing This Little Light of Mine today.
maybe.
I'm gonna let
Very
it
loud.
shine.
Yeah.
Oh, I would go off with that too. I'm so excited, Twin. Thank you.
Okay. William,
Yes.
I'm buying right into Geraldo, but can his last name be Montalban? Like Mr.
Hilrado?
Rourke?
I have to say that slowly though. Hilrado Montalban.
Montalban. Like Mr. Rourke from Fantasy Island.
Oh,
And
Which-
Khan.
I loved that show. Fantasy Island. I watched it as a kid because it was in
Yep.
full rerun when I was a kid. I
Absolutely.
loved that show. Absolutely, Rita. Please get your voice back soon. Yay.
All the honey drinks for Rita.
I wish I could drink honey drinks. It's bad for my lungs. I slept wrong. I can't turn without doing this. I have to like turn my whole body. And it's all because I sleep in these weird, like I do Russian yoga in my sleep without
God.
alcohol.
Me too. Oh, I'm a monkey. Like I have my headboard of my bed doesn't quite reach the wall, right? And I have woken up with my blankets down the back, crammed behind my headboard.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do this thing where I wake up because I sleep with multiple blankets. I'll wake up with different blankets on different legs. And I'm like, how did this happen?
That's called sleeping in
Yes.
the starfish position.
Yes. Octopus position, I'd say. Several of them.
I swim in my sleep or something. I don't know what it is. My college roommate was an opera singer, nothing like surprise. Oh my God. I actually know someone that's a professional opera singer.
Oh my God. Okay. Terry Terry has it.
My granddaughter sings like that, but she goes in her room like we can't hear. My son goes off. It was jarring at first. Now I'm used to it.
No, further down.
I wanted to come on, but between zero voice and the grumble coughing, I totally get it. Yay, Joydy, yay. It's from lifting tweed, yes. Yes. Honey is so bad when you have asthma, exactly. Wait, this guy is Giuseppe Bargello, that scoundrel.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Uh-huh. Yep.
I know.
Now you know who Bargello is. Like, you could use a mental image every time you hear the word Bargello forever.
I'm telling you, Tula Pink sounds like someone that you hang out with and that you take to church every Sunday. This is my grandma, Tula Pink. And after church, we're going to go eat some Bargello. I'm going to take her to the Bargello stand. Oh, Twinny McTwin is having terrible internet.
Oh, Jesus. You scared me.
Show them before I get rid of my headboard. I just put a headboard there. So no matter what's there, I'm going to end up clacking up against it. I have asthma and use honey all the time. My doctor says it helps with inflammation. Maybe you're allergic. Oh, excuse me. Maybe I am. That's a really good point. Since I'm allergic to everything, so I wouldn't be surprised. You know, I just have this little light of mine. I'm going to let it just stuck in my head. Shalom. That's him, Bargello. I'm calling my lawyer. That's him, Giuseppe Bargello. One of mine is from bronchial asthma triggered by allergies. This little light of mine. How's it going, Twinny McTweed? Geraldo missed you. He said, where is the twin? I have to stop. I have to stop.
Wow. I'm having bad internet issues.
I am so glad that you bought it.
I'm good on YouTube. Like, I can watch you on my phone. I can't watch you on my computer.
Totally
I hate when that
understand.
happens.
Like I always say, it wouldn't be YouTube if it wasn't for internet drama. Or, you know, when I say drama, I mean like technical issues. I've even tried raw honeycomb honey, and still the same thing makes it worse. You know, it's one of those things where I can count on my hand how many times I've had honey in my life.
What?
Yeah.
That is,
Yeah.
I can count on my hand how many times today I've had honey.
Welcome. Is that Lion? Hello. Hello, I'm new to your channel. I'm Deb and the other.
Lorraine.
Lorraine.
I don't have my glasses. I might as well just.
You never have your. It's in 3 years, 4 years. How long? You never have your glasses.
This little light of mine.
Deflect.
I refuse to wear my.
I'm gonna leave.
Welcome. I'm just about to show my the fabric that I purchased today at the San Fernando Valley Swap Meet.
Are you done with the box? Because I need all the unboxing.
Hold on, I think that's all the box. I was so excited. Yeah, that's the box.
Amazing.
Oh, and also Twinny McTwin, because I constantly talk about it. Oh, I didn't look in the box. Good gravy. I should look in the box. There's more stuff. Twin.
I'm trying to think of what else is in here. Oh, yeah.
Twin is getting me hooked in another Star Wars book series. Another Star Wars. So yet another addiction. And I thank you.
She's your pusher.
No, because I've read the Legacy series. I read all the books up until the movies started coming out, because the movies utterly and completely retconned all the books. Because all the characters were the same name, but, well, Ren didn't exist, but all the other characters existed. and they had different lives, and they actually got along. But the movies changed everything. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get back into another series.
I have to read the Dune series again because I loved that one.
1,116. Is that how many times I've sent Twinny McTwin? And
Probably.
Twinny sent me a counter.
Yes.
I
I
can't
forgot
wait
I
for
put that in there.
Ticketmaster in 1996. All right, come on. Come on.
Yes.
Come on through. Come on.
That's what I use.
Come on. Metallica's happy to see you. Come on. Come on.
No, you always talk about having a counter behind you, so you might as well just count.
No, I talk about like,
But-
it's been 0 days since we said puffy. It's been, 0 days
Yeah.
since we've said fluffy butts.
Fluffy butts. Oh my word. Speaking of the fluffy butts, they're getting their feathers on top of their
Oh
heads.
my God, the Einstein feathers.
The
Oh,
they look like they
Oh
have
my
bedhead.
gosh.
They're
Are these
so
little
adorable.
bantams?
They're so
And
ugly.
Twinny McTwin got me this too. So I can,
Cut triangles?
but
Yeah.
you can cut through this.
flying geese.
My ruler collection is
Yeah.
growing, so I
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. You're as I find the other ones on sale, you'll have, or I'll send you links. But there's 4 of them all together.
Mona has the comment of the evening. Now he can count his machines. Yes, I can walk through this room. Huh? Okay, I forgot about you. Forgot. Oh, me. I did. What is this? Oh, forgot about that.
I don't, because I think we've
Yes.
at least you're probably up into the 4 digits now.
I quit counting after a certain point. So
Yeah, it was
if I
like 860 something.
if I hit 1,000, maybe. But I quit counting. I quit counting after 300.
All right. So the founder has told. So yeah. So whenever you move, eventually, whenever this happens, the great move, we'll know.
Yeah, because you'll finally see my empire of the touch and sew.
And
I'm so
Wayne
tempted.
has not
for it.
seen the Jess jacket.
Oh, has not seen your jacket. The babies are growing up.
And-
Next is the awkward teen stage. Fluffy butts, mohawk heads,
is.
absolutely.
It is. You guys will have. There'll be a short out there as soon as they really get ugly. Yeah. You haven't seen my jacket, Luane? Luane, where have you been?
Here we go, folks. Another time for a drum roll. Terry, you know what to do.
You know how when I go to the swap meet, those are the things that I avoid now. I almost bought a full drum set, but then I was like, no, stop.
Where would you have?
Look at this.
I would figure it out.
Oh, I'm supposed to
Yes,
get up
you
and
gotta
do my
get
thing.
up.
Like
Show your
I'm
cup.
practicing.
You got to do the side hip
Practicing.
pose.
Hold on. Oh, hold on. I don't want to see you cut your head off. I can't do that.
Uh-huh.
Well, I was
Yeah,
showing
oh, yeah.
my clothes. I was showing my clothes. Amazing.
Like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Who's that lady? Who's that lady?
Okay.
Who's that lady?
Yeah. I can't wear this for long, Luane. So I got a sweatshirt too.
Welcome to sewing life. You're making coats in the summer.
We're having our Friday fashion show on Saturday.
I went off last night with my fashion show. I went off.
We did. It was
Cleared out the closet. But I can't find, it really bothered me. I can't find my Sherbert furry coat. It's just buried. It's buried. It's not like, maybe it did evolve and walk off. Remember hands on hips? Absolutely.
And this beautiful jacket, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by New Look, pattern number 6585.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Yes. Yes.
I love it. The lapel is awesome. Absolutely. Cake pop coat walking down the street
So,
saying, do what diddy diddy dum diddy do.
Hey. Yeah,
And Mona
exactly.
has that pattern too. So, or ordered it.
She did.
So,
She got it.
you
Yeah.
know, we're
Yes.
gonna be a club. We're gonna be a club of 65-85 ladies and gentlemen.
But no, the next time I make with this pattern is going to be the robe.
Yeah, same. That is exactly what I'm gonna do.
Yes. So I can't wait to put like loops on it and just kind of
Alexa,
like this
Thank
the
you.
belt too. Yeah.
Oh, she sang me a song. I'm
Look at you.
still mad that it's turned down, but I'm not mad today about it. Oh, Geraldo's got to go somewhere where I can. Geraldo is making me laugh. He's so fancy. He's going to get put on display in this room.
No, I really think even a top hat could go with that. You know,
I am-
Flat cap. I'm insisting. I'm gonna buy a flat cap pattern, and I'm gonna figure out how to make a 7 7/8 freaking flat cap
Giant head.
out of
yes.
tweed.
Giant head. Hey,
Out
Zodi.
of tweed.
Hi, Zoni.
When the Kentucky Derby horses was flying mohawk. I'm so glad I wasn't there. I'd have been like, take my money and put it on this horse I've never heard of. If you go to QuiltCon 2026, you'll have to wear it as the clothes you are now, as being a part of it. So that was a question I asked earlier. Were there many people dressed up at the show today?
I was the only one with a jacket that I saw. There was like a couple like bags, but like nothing compared to what we saw when we were in Road to California.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh, Terry got it too. Woohoo! It's catching on.
Yeah, she said it was
Yay.
in her heart for a
Cannot wait to
while.
see Zodi in his 65-85 robe.
You're gonna have to send us a picture, Zodi, because you know I don't
My
even know
pattern
what
gets
you
here
look like.
tomorrow. I won't be making it until fall. So, it's yeah. So Terry, I was, my brain inverted that to so yeah.
Yep.
Mm. So William, are you buying the pattern too?
Diddy diddy dum diddy do. It's just yeah, sure.
Do
Yeah.
it.
I can
We
see
all
all
we all
those
found it
reasons.
on Amazon,
to.
and mine was $10 Canadian. So
I found it for
See,
$8
there you go.
US.
yeah,
It's the best
just
$8
don't
I've
ask
ever
Zodi.
spent.
It's okay. Don't worry.
I bought
Don't
the
worry, I
pattern
got
too.
it.
That's awesome. Everyone's gonna be styling. I can't wait.
Absolutely. Yeah, QuiltCon will have to have like our robe day
At
or something, like a jacket day.
TweedCon
something.
2026 in March.
TweedCon.
March
Oh my
2026
word,
at
yes. Shalom, we
Yes.
I'm
really
gonna
need to get on
laugh
top
when
of
we
that.
organize this and 300 people show up.
Okay.
Get ready for a
Phoenix?
do what diddy tutorial. I'm gonna wheel in a machine and be like, all right.
Phoenix needs to know about
You do realize that you have to
Yeah.
rent a bus for all of us, so you can bring us around,
at least one.
right?
Phoenix, we are going to have our very own TweedCon in Las Vegas, March 2026. And the chances are we're going to be having a theme day for to be dressed up pretty much every day. So be there.
Yeah, she's gonna need a tweed name.
Oh. Now I'm just thinking she needs a fabulous tweed name though.
I watched a woman on YouTube in a hobbit robe. It was gorgeous. Those hobbit robes are amazing. What pattern did you use, Jess?
Shalom just said it.
New
was it?
look,
New look.
pattern number 65.
When you say don't worry, I start to worry. As you should. As you should.
I'll put it in the chat, y'all.
All right.
Yeah.
Hold on. I should pull that thing up on Amazon. I bought 5 yards of denim because in the all politics aside, Amazon denim has skyrocketed. Things that I used to buy for $9 are now $40. And, and that's just the way it's going to be for a while. So I purchased 5 yards of denim because I'm going to make an oversized hoodie. I've been really cool reason to go to Vegas. Absolutely. I've been really wanting to make this oversized hoodie, but I've been lazy about it. So I was going to buy it on Amazon and I waited too long. And so now the price is something that I'm not willing to pay for something that was $15. It's now like $60, $70. So I'm going to make my own with a giant hood and pocket. So I have 5 yards of a darker denim.
Oh, I
And
like
this
that.
is what I call
Mhm.
real denim because it's not blended. Now everything is like denim in general has this weird blend where it's almost like maternity pants, where it's stretchy.
Those are called jeggings.
Yeah, that's spandex.
But now all like Levi's, a long time ago, I won a bunch of money at a casino. I went to the California border when it was functioning, and they had this huge mall, and it had a Levi's outlet. I bought a pair of pants, and they were like maternity pants, and that was years ago. So I try to stay away from that stretchy material. Absolutely.
Mm.
Time to hit up the thrift store for fabric. You know, thrift stores around here really don't have fabric.
No, but like you just upcycle clothing. You know,
Shirts.
men's shirts are one of my favorite things to take apart with my razor blades.
I did that too. That's how I entered this community, was upcycling. That was what I exclusively did with my sewing machines, was taking something apart and repurposing it to something else.
But the road project is meant to be a no-buy project when we do it as a group. Like that's we jumped on the theme of no-buy so that we can just use what we have, and it takes only tiny little squares, and eventually you have a beautiful thing. And we want to make a buddy system so that we can trade like little. We decided on shoe boxes. You just cram that shoe box as full as you can get it with full of treasures and stuff your friend is going to love, and then send that along so that they can use it for their road project.
The state line was on the state line of Nevada and California. It used to have 3 casinos and a giant mall. It was actually awesome. I would stay there without going into Vegas. I loved State Line. It's a ghost town. It doesn't they have sprawling empty casinos now. It's actually really sad. Were they comfortable? I just have
Your
to...
maternity jeans.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
But that's not the issue. The issue. No,
You need your pants to actually do their job. Like denim has to do its job, and spandex does not work.
Oh, it just doesn't feel. I'm not a spandex kind of guy, and so now I look for jeans that don't have that elasticy feel, and they're doing it with all jeans now. They're mixing it with something else. Speaking of being mixed with something else, this is some chunky tweed. I don't even know what color you call it. Beige, but it's got
Great.
black.
Taupe.
Taupe.
Yes.
So I'm excited to work with this. I try to get a lot because I'm into the whole vest and jacket thing. But I did buy a few smaller pieces because I have a ton of tweed in here. And my backlog is growing. We used to stop on our way to Vegas to ride the roller coaster, Whiskey Pete's. I loved that place. I used to stay at Whiskey Pete's all the time. Yeah.
Yes.
This is carpet color. And you know what's funny? A lot of I noticed, especially at the swap meet, they use tweed as carpet. I'm like, oh, I would wear that. And I'm literally looking at the ground. I'm like, oh, they're using this as a carpet. I miss State Line, but that's just more of a for sentimental reasons because it was fun. It was functioning. And I found a group of people that wanted the Vegas experience without being around crowds. So I loved all those people I met at State Line. I had such a good time and I miss it. It doesn't exist anymore. And I don't have much of this, so I'm probably gonna make
It does look like doctor's office carpet. So if you made that and did like a little pad for underneath the machine, then nobody would ever have to ask, does the jacket match the carpet?
I like that. We just had a conversation about things
Literally.
matching carpet the other day.
Literally just had that conversation. I'm totally down for that conversation too. When anyone ever asks me, I'd be like, yes, it matches. But yes, this is like kind of it has this weird Pac-Man thing going on. Or maybe I just played way too much Pac-Man.
Or
Tron.
Pac-Man. Yeah.
But this is tweed is always mixed with something else, but this is black and gold. This is definitely black and gold. So I'm excited for that. Okay. I wish Rita was here for this. I wish Rita. Well, Rita is still here. But I found something that kind of matches my pants, but kind of doesn't. I've been trying to match a pair of pants that's almost unmatchable. Like, I cannot match it with anything. Or you could do like Carol Burnett and see something in the window. Like, you just have to have. I love Carol Burnett. I fall asleep to the second I saw the words Carol Burnett. I just heard the na 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 na. I still watch that show. Does the carpet match the drapes? That's the conversation we had. Oh man, my neck is stiff. So, nothing. I have not found anything that matches this material at all. This amazing pair of pants I just made, but this kind of does.
And you need to put your glasses on.
It's the exact opposite.
Luane, me too.
This is kind of like Detroit Lions colors. Mona has a red head. I gotta ask that. I get asked that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, red. Does the carpet match the drip? Yeah. Yes, I get that too.
I don't know what I'm gonna make out of this. It's probably a pair of pants because these are funky. I love this combination. I watched a lot of professional wrestling growing up, and these pants remind me of something that like Shawn Michaels would wear, or the Macho Man. And yes, I am still in my green tweed era. I'm bringing the 60s back. I might wear this with a brown pair of pants.
You're just trying to audition to be the next male model for Elf on a Shelf.
Let's go.
Oh,
oh my gosh, my neck is just. Man, I cannot walk past chunky tweed, so this will probably be a pair of Spants, or we'll see what it turns into. But this is just your standard semi-chunky tweed. Okay.
What do you call shorts then?
What's that?
Shorts.
I call them Spants.
Spants.
Because they're so long, they might as well be pants, but they're still shorts because you can kind of see my ankle.
Aren't those just called capris or clam diggers?
Men don't have them. There's no man version of capris.
Yes, there are. They're sailor pants. Like the naval.
Oh.
They've got those short pants to be swabbing the poop decks.
Speaking of which, swabbing the poop decks. I love this material. This is going to be a pair of pants. Get ready for the short. I don't know if it's going to be James Brown of me backflipping down the hallway, but I love this material.
That almost looks like a metallic green in that.
And like you're really into those like teal colors lately.
It's because all the tweed I've purchased is either black or blue. So I'm trying to branch out. And all I wear, out in the wild, I only wear black. That's all I wear, or my vests. You know? And so I'm trying to add more color to my wardrobe. And then this is, I can already feel the short of conference room realness.
Yes,
That looks like we're
the
gonna
chair
dial the
and
start
carpet.
date. That looks like I'm calling Jack O'Neill, Daniel Jackson, and Colonel Carter.
Oh my word.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Oh, I'm excited.
Those will be your math pants.
Oh, as a math teacher, I approve.
Oh Lord, next he'll be wearing corduroy. Oh, excuse me. I actually have a pair of corduroy pants I purchased in Vegas that I need to wear. I've worn them a few times, but I need to wear them. Corduroy just isn't good for this time of year.
No, and what I've got to finish that like winter corduroy costume that we started last year with the quilting and the snowflakes. Like I still haven't finished that. It's like, but I don't feel like working on it either.
I totally understand. I have the island of misfit projects.
Right.
I walk past my closet and then there's like a half-made jacket. There is literally a sweater that I was making. I can't find the sleeve. So there's this thing I made with sweater material. It has one sleeve. And it's just sitting there like, help me. And I walk past
I've done that.
I don't
you
know
have to just do you have any of the material left in the pattern piece that you could just cut a new one?
I'm literally looking at it right now. It's this weird brown material. I made it on a stream years ago, but I was talking, so I didn't finish.
What's new?
But I truly didn't finish because I finished like 90% of my project. But that one is just like, you know,
in the PhD pile forever.
Try wearing them in Texas. In my tweed adventure, I've learned standing outside wearing tweed when it's 90 degrees at 11 o'clock in the morning is the good way to test if you've had water for breakfast or not. Because that's a great way to get heat stroke. No, I drink a lot of water. Like, because people ask me, how can you drink this much coffee and everything? What they don't see is the absorbed amount of water I drink every day. I can't stand the sound of corduroy pants. but want a bag.
I have to disagree with that. Like there's something so nostalgic about that corduroys.
It is. It is. Oh man. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna make Jankos because I've been procrastinating so hard. There's a run of something in that apple green you held up, Sir William. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised in tweed if you pull one string, you can affect the entire thing. But I'll just. There's ways. You literally put your knee down and just go like this.
And you wrestle with it and it settles back in.
Absolutely. Hey, Denise, how are you? How are you? Great to see you. Twin McTwin from the Twin Planets. Hey, I'm that guy over here with his face covered. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, Twin. Everyone's gonna ask me, where did you get that block? I know you didn't make that block. I know you didn't make that. You have no idea. The tweets, please. They're like, excuse me, pull over, sir. Excuse me, pull over. Is that Tulip Bank?
You're hilarious.
Yes, I got this in Connecticut.
You're welcome.
No, you have to say Connecticut and just kind of throw your head around.
Well, I'm just really proud that you remember who Tulip Pink is and that it was Tulip Pink fabric.
I'm excited. I'm going to put that on the back of a vest. I have so much sewing to do.
Oh, so our next quilt show, the snake will come out.
And I have to see if I have more my so-called life patches.
Oh, you'll just go buy some.
Are you still down on the floor? Maybe I will go buy some more. Maybe I won't, even though I will.
Yeah.
I have to sew my stash. I can't. I need room for all these fluffy can dresses because I'm going to cut it like another 80 yards in a green with yellow stripe.
Oh, that's awesome.
Tonight.
That first one that you made, Phoenix, how many yards of fabric did you use?
86.
86.
because I ended up, after I was done, there was that bald spot, so I sewed a whole nother trim on. So yeah, the live count on the show ended up being 76, but
Yeah.
when all is said and done, I added another 10. So now I know how much to count for the next one. And it got me thinking, I made a peach one out of a bed sheet like 2 years ago on a stream, and I think I might send it back to the Goodwill where the sheet came from, because I've gotten better since then and I have a hard time getting rid of things I've made, whether I think the quality or different stuff. But I'm like, whatever. I need space for other things.
Yes. Understandable.
Space? What is this space that you speak of?
Right. I don't live on the TARDIS, and at least corsets and stays I can roll up so they don't take up that much space. But I think I've got the size right on this one finally. So now I can cut it up and then remark the pieces.
As a Time Lord, I approve that message. I do live in a TARDIS. This room is bigger than it appears. I'm going to take a break, but then I'm going to start my Jankos. Why not? Look at you, Hilrado. Hilrado is just looking at me like, you need to make me, sir.
You need to put him next to Hammer.
Yeah.
They deserve each other.
They do. They do. And
Yes,
you have
Dre,
purple
you
fabric.
hear a treadle.
Yeah, oh, yep, that's me. Yeah, I guess now that I've got the size right, do I just cut it apart? Or do I want to just trace it with paper, the pieces, so I can keep the mock-up? What to do?
I am personally, as sad as it is, a fan of taking it apart and tracing it onto paper.
Yep.
I know.
No, I hate this fabric pulls so terribly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would catch the warp or the weft wrong, and it would like crunch and I thought it was gonna be.
It's so cute, but yeah,
I know, but it is like
it is.
Spawn to sew. So I was like, oh, it's just as well. Because then I was thinking, I've got 4 different rolls, but I've got some silk brocade. So I was like, what if I do that for the final one, but have it turned inside out because it's just a single layer corset. So then I can have the boning channels on the wrong side, because that's where you're going to see the bone casings, and then have the right side of the print next to my chemise.
Ooh, I do love a brocade.
Hey, Dre, welcome. And Mona, if you need Mona knows. Everybody's getting Christmas hammer pants. Everybody. I have 30 yards of the Jesus fabric.
The Hammer Days. It's the Hammer Days.
Mona knows. Everybody's getting hammer pants for Christmas. I didn't realize what I was getting into until I took it to the car. I was like, oh, man, that really is 30 yards.
I just can't believe you got it.
It didn't hit as hard because the conversation was in Spanish. And then when I got to the car, I was like, oh, I just bought 30 yards.
Minimum.
I'm not
30 yards of Catholic iconography with snowflakes.
That's perfect timing since the Pope died. Did you get that the day the Pope died? Did you cause this?
You know what? I will not take that. Actually, I was about to say something, but the House of Sewing will not accept that.
I do not take responsibility for
I do no. There are certain things that I had to think about. I was about to say on the internet. No.
Mamacita might be listening.
You can check my passport. I was in Dresden. Oh, man. All right. You know, I've been so reluctant on making the Jankos because there are certain things that I've made. Like, I can make you a pair of bell bottoms in 10 seconds. Because I've made so many. I destroyed a sewing machine, not realizing that not all sewing machines were made for denim.
Mhm.
That's not true. You just aren't using the correct sewing machine.
Well, Launchpad McQuack over here. Hand me a sewing machine. I will crash it. You could probably sell it and make some money. That is true. That is true. That is. I like the way you're thinking, Mona. I like the way you're thinking.
Just sell it as wall hangings, panels,
Mhm.
in a panel that's like 30 inches wide and 4
Those
feet tall.
I grew up in a house. When my parents had a bunch of Egyptian iconography laying around, and long story short, they had this tapestry that I never knew it was a tapestry, but it was in a frame. And I took it out of the frame, and everyone in my family was like, "What are you doing?" When I redid my grandma's house, I found 7 of them. They purchased them in
Oh.
Egypt, like in the 60s or 70s, off a street vendor. But they were presented as artwork in the house. It was so coveted in my family, not knowing that it was just something that was literally
You'll
purchased
get a
off the street in
tapestry.
Cairo.
You'll get a tapestry.
But it was before any of us were born, so none of us knew.
Mhm. Mm.
You are right. Sell it in 2-yard cuts, William. You can make some money and get rid of it. You know what, Terry? That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, with a free candle with every purchase, because everybody who would have that needs candles.
Oh yeah, just a little tea light.
Yeah, but they're not a buck anymore. With the 99 cents going down, those candles aren't a buck. All the Jesus candles used to be 99 cents or $1.07 with California tax.
Can I make an admission here? You brought out something a while back, William, and now I'm on a kick of it. You brought out that patch that had it had the Virgin Mary on it and some sequins and sparkly. Now I have to have one.
Let me see. Let me find. Where's my patch box? It's in here. It's at the very bottom.
Are you sure it's not in the other patch box because it's so big it doesn't fit in the small patch box?
Well,
you might be right.
I now have 4 patch boxes because I've expanded to insane amounts of patches. So I now have the toolbox. I travel around with, but when I was going through because I upcycled a lot and I forgot I had this Shalom.
I need that so
you
bad.
Need this. This is from a teacher.
So bad.
I used to I would cut up anything that I thought was relevant in my upcycling, whether I was going to use it or not.
Oh, that's perfect for her. Yes.
But when I saw that, I was like, oh, I forgot I had this. I think it's because you rarely see anything with Shalom on a t-shirt.
Oh, you don't have to tell me. I was the only kid in grade 1 who didn't have barrettes with their name on them. And I hated my name when I was little because I couldn't find personalized stuff.
That's one advantage about having a traditional name is I always can find my name on the keychain. Do they still have those?
Yes. Yes, they do. And until I go to Israel, I will never find one.
This is the tapestry that I was talking about. And anybody in my family, if you're watching, you still can't have one. But this was from Egypt. And we had these in frames. And everybody thought it was like artwork. Man, they were literally selling these on the streets. But it's probably worth a lot now because the thing's like 40, 50 years old. But I think it's Tutankhamun and his wife. Good time. Is this what you were talking about?
Yes.
Downtown Los Angeles, there's a patch shop. I'll have to look up the name. I guarantee you they would mail this to you.
Is that like Our Lady of Guadalupe?
Yes.
Guadalupe.
Yeah.
Yay! Look at me knowing my Catholic iconography.
I know. Do you think we're going to get a Catholic Pope? Or not a Catholic Pope. I mean an American
Oh my
one.
gosh, Frida.
have
My other
piracy.
obsession. I love Frida Kahlo so much.
Whoa.
Wow.
This one doesn't have sequins, but it reminds me of every British movie I've ever seen. It's like a period piece.
Right.
And these are patches. These are actual patches. Hey, Sydney, how's it going? Great to see you.
Yes, Phoenix does have
Yay.
a channel. I'm gonna grab it and I'll put it in the chat.
Oh yeah,
empty
I'm
hammer
on the
pan.
tubes and on the rumbles, and I try to pit the platforms against each other. Actually, not really, but
Yes, everybody should please go subscribe to Phoenix Electra's Circus.
I
But
said stuff.
in the search engine, you should type in Phoenix Electra's Circus Corset because a 90s dance show pops up as well.
And some like drag queen for a while too, or was that on Instagram? I can't remember. I was like,
So you gotta type in corset.
but
I
it
have
does.
this as
I
well.
do show up on the corsets.
Oh my gosh. Look at Frida.
She's everywhere here
She's
in
such
LA.
a queen. I love her.
In LA, she's everywhere. You can buy T-shirts. Like it's one of those things.
So that's Phoenix's channel right there.
Yep, on Saturdays I do art sewing, and Sundays and Wednesdays I open up the schmata shop and we sew costumes or crazy things, and sometimes like normal day-to-day clothes, and sometimes not. It just depends. And I am getting ready. A couple more weeks when it gets warm, there will be the revenge of E6000 because it's become an annual event.
I love hanging out in Phoenix's chat because it's just we talked about it today, how relaxing it is to hear her treadle going just clickety clack, and then just have just nice conversation. It's lovely. I highly recommend everybody show up there and drop her a follow.
Absolutely. We need more West Coasters in the sewing community.
It's true. Well, and there's one I can't think of that Allie said she sewed that Arania Black. She hasn't posted in a while. She's from Vancouver. She's super tall, glasses,
Whoa.
blonde hair, super long. She used to have like a pegboard quilt style background thing, and I can't think of her name, but she hasn't posted in like a year.
I always wonder what happens to people when they disappear that long. But life happens.
It's right.
Maybe she had baby.
She did.
I always thinking
But I
they
think
went
that
on
took like 18 months.
oh,
Which means baby could be getting just about big enough to start walking and ruining
Right.
your life
that
forever.
troublesome age.
I forgot about this. This was my first COVID mask because I was like
What does it
Boulevard.
say?
Yeah.
This was my first one with my cowboy hat.
My first COVID
I
mask.
forgot about this. I was wondering where. This is where I learned that you can't put what is the Velcro with that weird adhesive. See how it's literally stained through this white fabric?
Why did I just get an image of baby's first COVID mask?
I love this one. I look like I was gonna rob the stagecoach at noon with my hat on. I loved this
310 to Yuma. Yeah.
I still haven't seen the ending of the Christian Bale version. Is that his name? Is that the guy who was in it? All right, good times. Good times. Thank you, everybody. Please go subscribe to Phoenix. She has a great channel. Oh, I don't know I don't know why I get notifications from my email. No, thank you, Progressive. No, thank you.
But we only just want to talk to you about your car insurance.
Good gravy. Flo is all up in my business. Welcome back, Gwen. How are you?
I'm doing great. I love it when I don't listen, when I can't hear like robot sounds and I can actually see you guys. So this is great.
I a robot.
You know what messes with me more is when I'm trying to see if the internet's messed up and a YouTuber does this. And I'm like, move, do something. I'm trying to see if my internet's working. Or they get quiet. And I'm like, that one moment you got quiet, I was trying to see if you were doing, I'm trying to calibrate.
So I noticed like on my phone, I keep going and there's no issues. But on my computer, I'm having issues. So I'm
Are you
trying to figure out
hardwired
the
in or are you on
thing.
the Wi-Fi?
I'm on the Wi-Fi.
I have done much better, saved myself a lot of grief by making sure I'm on hardwired in. It's the key to one less trouble.
That's a long
cord. They sell them in 60-foot lengths. And I'm sure they
The
have
old
connected
Cat
pieces.
6.
I have in this room, I have a 50-foot HDMI cord, a 30-foot HDMI cord. The one from my security camera is clear on the other room, but I had to have the monitor in front of me. So I realized I didn't need a 100-foot cord, but it's here.
Just in case.
Yep,
and with the 30-foot one, it actually running it around stuff, it wasn't as long as I thought it was. It's still long, but running it around stuff in a giant room, you do run out of room fast.
That's a lot of cable management.
Snake between the sewing machines.
Absolutely. Actually, that's exactly what I had to do on the ones behind me. Yes. That's exactly what I had to do.
Oh, it's been a while, but I still know shit sometimes.
Oh, I gotta move my chair. I'm gonna start working. What is weird is getting the sound on your TV before you get it on your computer. Absolutely. Those are my mom's curtains in the 70s. Oh, go ahead.
You got your thumbs up on Christian Bale 310 to Yuma. Coming from Zodi, so that's a real thumbs up.
My grandmother lived to be 99, and we used to call her Zsa Zsa Gabor. My grandmother, I would take her to go see movies when she was in her 90s, and she would look at me, and people always warned me she only did this to me one time. They would be like, dude, she's gonna want to walk out the last 10 minutes of the movie. I'm like, no, that's not real. We went and saw all kinds of movies. She never walked out. I'm sitting there with my popcorn right at the good part. My grandma looks at me and she's like, I want to go. I said, okay. She walks up, and she's in her 90s. She walks up to the ticket booth. She's like, that movie was terrible. I want my money back. They gave my grandmother her. I'm holding my popcorn. I'm like, oh, they gave my grandmother her money back. Okay. I drive her home. She hands me the money. She's like, thanks for a great afternoon. My grandma, so she only did it once, but apparently she did it with my uncle. Like, she always wanted to leave. So still to this day, I have never seen the last 10 minutes of that movie.
But do you know, did she always ask for her money back with everybody else, or was that different besides the getting up and leaving?
I really think because my family, they were like hardcore John Wayne people. I really think my grandmother didn't like the movie. I truly.
If she's using John Wayne as her metric,
not even. I'm not saying John Wayne was in the original movie. I'm just saying that era. I'm just saying, like, she was obsessed with that era, and so I think it because it wasn't what she wanted it to be. I like modern cowboy movies, but I'm from that era. I miss her. She was so bougie. I miss her so much. And because of her age, people would do anything. That same day, we got our tickets. She walked past everybody and walks up to the vendor, and she's like, "I want popcorn." I walked past every person. Like, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She's 90. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not kidding you."
Old people just have that privilege, like
Oh,
nobody's
Yeah.
gonna say 99-year-old grandma,
They're not gonna say anything
not a
worse.
thing, and she knows it.
If
I
they're
was
nice,
so-
I think if you're a nasty human, somebody's gonna say something. You gotta have a way about you to get away with it.
My
I
grandma
think.
was like Zsa Zsa Gabor. She just had this thing where people did everything she said. I knew her, so I was like, but she was all about being proper and all about like, I had never seen that side of her. You know, I don't know. So it was just that day was legendary when she walked right past everybody. I was so embarrassed. I was so
I bet she had like that charisma. She had that riz,
Yes.
Well, she was
Mhm.
getting her hair done all the way until she was almost 99. So she had this just giant blonde bell.
Yep. Yes.
My grandma was a time traveler. She never let go of her I think in my family, because I'm from an older family, the 70s was their era. And a lot of them stopped in the 70s and never grew out of the 70s.
Some of us did that with the 80s, maybe, possibly.
I only did that once. I can remember now with the movie. Even if a movie's bad, I almost what was it? Oh, I walked out of Moses with what's his name? What's his name? The gladiator guy.
Oh.
Russell.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Russell. There we go.
Just my
Team
beef.
effort.
My only beef was don't have an almost 3-hour movie where I know the ending.
Well, you could say the same thing about Titanic or what
Mhm.
Alive. Like
I was in a different place.
It's a plane crash. They eat each other. Okay, the end.
I was in a different place in my life. I walked out of that movie and it wasn't anything personal. It was like, oh my gosh, I know what's gonna happen. Hey, Patty G. Who would argue with her? No, that's the thing. That's another thing with my grandmother. She knew. Like she had that old school. I don't know. It's just old schoolers were just different. She didn't. My grandmother did not say goodbye on the telephone. When she felt the conversation was over, she'd hang up the phone.
When I grew up, I thought that was an American thing. I thought it was because I'd never seen anybody do that. But they did it on TV and in movies and stuff. They just hung up, and I'm like, is that an American thing?
Yeah.
I think it is.
No, I think it's a person, but I mean sometimes depending on when you're from, I think saying goodbye on the phone, like if you are so used to like not seeing people, you're like, all right, well, I'll talk to you later rather than goodbye.
The way it was explained to me is that she was older than the telephone system itself. And so back in the operator day, they didn't say goodbye. That was the way it was explained to me. Oh, that is so funny. I walked out on Eyes Wide Shut. Eyes Wide Shut is a freaky movie. That is a freak. Hey, Patty G. Hello. I'm trying to think. Yeah, that Moses was the only one, but it was just because it was more. I had too much coffee that day. The anxiety was kicking in.
He's fast enough. Don't lie.
The only movie I walked out on are on Will Smith movies. You know what's really funny? Like up in like, I don't know. When I was younger, I saw every Will Smith movie ever came out. But I really wasn't a fan in my adult life. I didn't pay attention to him until he slapped Chris Rock.
The slap.
Well, I don't
Snap
want.
heard across the world.
Hey, Laura.
I'm just about to
I watch award shows with my mother, but we quit watching the Oscars years ago. We still watch the Grammys because we're
Mhm.
both still into music, but we quit watching the Oscars years ago. And when I saw it like online, and I started watching the Oscars. So if that slept at anything, it got me to tune in.
Oh,
Hey, Kilroy.
Tuesday, the Met Gala, or was that already? And how horrible is it going to be this year?
The Met Gala, I can't. I have to watch the Met Gala, and I don't even care what's going on inside. I'm just stealing ideas from the ladies that are walking up the steps.
I miss being able to slam the phone down on people. Hey, Laura, how's it going? Christy, hello. Great to see you. Kilroy, great to see you. I must be able to slam the phone down. Me too. I just say something snarky they'll be thinking about it for 2 weeks.
The Met Gala is on Monday.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, the first Monday in May,
Oh.
right?
Let's find out what the theme is.
It's like black tailoring, black dandies or something.
Oh, being a dandy. I wondered about that because
Yeah.
I watched this one video and I wanted to copy everyone's style. Oh man, I could have been making hi-hats. I could have made
Okay.
$1 million off of those people.
But that was the reason why we found that pattern that you got, that Jess got for you, William, was like because of the Met Gala. We started talking about
That
it.
is super duper black dandy.
Yeah.
If I had a
Yes.
big giant, well, I do wear a cowboy. I do wear a big hat. Oh, I actually am subscribed to a dandy channel. They're so well dressed though. Like I achieve to dress like these people do. I one day.
Maybe it'll teach kids to like pull up their pants and wear a belt.
I almost walked out of a play once. The play was good, but some woman right behind me was playing with her phone. I would say something. This is why I don't go to movie theaters anymore, because people don't know how to sit down and not say anything. This is the main reason I don't go to movie theaters. And my son told, like, I've been watching videos about Minecraft. Hey, you know what, kids? I was there every step with my son. When I saw Chicken Jockey, I wanted to jump too, but I'm not going to say anything.
My
I think
kids are singing the songs from that movie. They haven't seen the movie. They've heard all the songs and they're singing them.
Oh, yeah. I'm right there with you, Shalom.
I love the whole
Yes.
when the Minecraft movie comes out, I'm gonna buy it on DVD, and it's only because I had great memories of my son being a little guy and just playing that for hours. I would pass out on the couch to that music.
But it's Jack Black
Mhm.
and Jason Momoa, and I'm actually really wanting to see that one.
Hey,
oddly enough.
Tasha, hello. But I'm not one of those people. I don't know. I have a question for the chat. Is it wrong to talk in a movie theater, or am I just being a crotchety old man?
Well, you are, but not.
It's not the talking, it's just the volume at which you talk. And if you're just having entire conversations and ruining everyone else's time, then you're being a dick. That's just how it is. That's my call.
I just don't go to movies.
I'm a silence in the library kind of guy.
I thought you were going to say you were a Silence of the Lambs kind of guy.
Well,
Put the lotion in the basket.
I listened to that song yesterday. Oh my god. That's so funny.
I started going to movies after COVID because no one was there. So I would go and sit down in a theater and I'd be like, oh my gosh. I remember one time my son shushed me and I was like, there's no one here. And there literally was no one in the theater. Oh, good times.
I just bought a Wild Bill's Lotion Company patch not very long ago. And I'm also thinking, am I a horrible person for buying it? Probably, but you know what? I don't care. I don't care.
The last movie I went to was The Help. Is it wrong? Don't talk. It is in your living room. I paid to watch it. Exactly. See? Exactly. I agree with Terry. I agree. It is wrong. Yes. Sit in a movie, be quiet, and just watch. Exactly. But ever since people started going back to the movie theaters, I stopped going. People have been trashing movie theaters for years, but back then there was no phone. So people who knew the staff and the people, I agree. This I agree with. No, I agree with that. I guess, but I've never been in a movie theater where people were freaking out to the point where they had to turn it off. And I used to go to a movie theater in Oregon where you could smoke cigarettes in it. Oh, I miss those days. Yes, it's wrong. Take it outside if you want a conversation. Thank you. I'm like, Weezer, all the movies just have nudies in them, so why go? I'm more of a positive person, so I'll go if it's something like that's funny or something that I want to see. And a lot of the times I'll go with my son, you know. So it's always like more of a teenager kind of thing. We have a movie theater nearby, but that has low tolerance. People used to used to be a thing where you went to the theater, you saw your movie, you know. I don't go to movies in the cinema anymore because I can sleep at home for free.
Yes. And I'm more comfortable. I like my feet to touch the ground, and I like my feet to touch the ground.
I watched that one again and couldn't sleep that night. I haven't been to the movies in forever. Decided against it when the theater down the street, our shop closed after the screens got shot up. Good gravy. I wouldn't go either.
Welcome to Texas, ladies and gentlemen.
I would not go either. Oh man, let me get my table. It's one of those weird things. It depends on where you live. In certain areas it's acceptable. Where I'm from, don't talk in the movie theater. But then again, the older I get, I have this conversation like, is this me just being old and telling people to get off my lawn, or is this actually relevant? Because I noticed my dad was one of the coolest people on earth. When he hit 70, he started getting real, get off my lawn. There is a switch, so I get it. Our cinema has reclining seats. I recline and it's nap time. Those do put me out.
Singer 27.
Can't wait to get home and see the turtle when I put this on the TV.
It's gonna be on the big screen.
It's so relaxing just to sit back and listen to Phoenix's sewing clickety clack. She was doing embroidery today, and it was so clickety clackety, so good.
Oh, I finished that little sampler. Where did I just put it?
I'm surprised, to be very honest, Sir William, I'm surprised that you're able to sit through anything without talking after watching your lives. Hold on, let me make you big.
Okay.
And she did that on a Singer treadle machine.
Oh, let me.
It's just wild to me.
That's awesome. Do your theaters have food service to your seat? No, no one's serving us where I live. That's amazing, Phoenix. That is absolutely amazing. No one.
Wild.
It was like that up north, but it's not like that in Southern California. In Northern Cal, I bet. I like old film and European film, so I don't go to the movies. I like the experience. When I was younger, I used to go to the movies a lot. I like the experience of going to the movies. Somewhere along the line, my tolerance for idiots has become reduced to 0. Same. If you ever see a Karen video, it's me. It's me. There's one I go to that goes, and you can pre-order before you even go to the movies if you reserve your seat. Wow. Do they have fancy movie theaters in North Kakalaka?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, it's just the bougie theaters that do that. There's only certain ones.
You can go and pick your seat where you're going to sit, order all your tickets online and even pay for the food, and they'll bring it to you.
Wow.
Hmm. Yeah.
There's not some nervous high schooler making your nachos.
I don't know. I don't
Oh no,
really
they
buy
even
food
have
from the theater. But
they
just
have real
popcorn.
food too.
Yeah. Yeah, you can order pretty much like a steakhouse. In some in some theaters.
Like I said, when people started going back to movie theaters is when I stopped going. Because right after COVID, when they opened everything up, I was just sitting in empty theaters. I had such a good time.
Yeah. I usually bring we go to the ones with recliners and stuff, and so I'll bring a blanket with me. Yeah.
I just stay at home on my own couch. Why bring up I've got blankets in the car for emergency stuff, but my cats are not there.
Oh yeah.
My
I
mom's
understand that.
my mom's assisted living place has one of those bougie little mini theaters. Like it's like a man cave, kind of like with those leather seats and
Wow.
the whole thing. Yeah, it's only like 6 or 8 seats or something, but it's super cute.
Honestly, rude and inconsiderate people have no place in my life. I'm the same way. This is why I'm a hermit.
I only come out on the internet.
I live in Los Angeles, so that's like every other person you come across. Seats recline, I love it. I should go more often. Wow. I need to start going more. I go to the AMC, so very nice. We had this mega theater at the mall by my house, and it's sad to see it go under.
Well,
I
so's the
still
mall.
the mall, yeah.
Oh, it was like, it had just cathedral seating where you can get a ton of people in a theater.
I still love the place that we have that's it's now the discount movie place. They play movies that are like practically coming out on DVD.
Yeah.
And it's cheap and you get a double feature for just a few
Mhm.
dollars. And it's like one of those super old 1950s theaters with the crushed velvet seats that still
Ooh.
fold up and down. And you know what I mean? The place has history. I love that place.
I love
I like-
places like that.
My favorites are the old opera houses, but it's been a
Yes.
hot minute.
Our old opera house only it still does live theater and stuff like that. I went to a comedy show at ours. Oh, it was so great. But the steps are so steep. Oh my gosh.
ADA, what? Oh no, they're the Canadians with disability. I don't know what the Canadian equivalent is.
Oh yeah, these are still sharp. So I'm just cutting these out because I'm going to use these for my Jankos. I need to find the seam again. But I've decided to make the Jankos because I've been waffling on it for so long. I'm just going to do it. And then I'm just going to come on my video and be like, look, I made Jankos.
No, because it's been a while.
I'd be sitting there with my razor blade, taking my razor blade to those things.
Well, I have a weird formula of taking pants apart because there's certain pieces I use and certain pieces that I can't use.
No, it's
I
all
need-
how you use it.
Yes, Kilroy. Yes, I agree.
Movie theaters with beds is just a glorified orgy shack.
What's wrong with glorifying that, Kilroy? Come on.
I'm pretty disgusted with
Kids.
people the past few days. My friend's in rehab and being treated badly. I'm going there tomorrow. It's shameful. I want to move to the moon sometimes. As somebody who is a real life Care Bear, have you all seen the theater with the full size? I wouldn't feel comfortable. Like, I don't know.
No,
I'm weird.
No, I'd bring my UV light. No,
Yeah.
that is a gross. No, nope.
No, that's just even for me. That's a bit too casual.
Great to see you, Arlie. Great to see you. I brought my I have a black light in my toolbox. I made the mistake one time in Vegas of pulling that thing out. Let me tell you, don't pull out your black light when you're in a tourist town.
In your favorite motel?
Yeah. Yeah.
bleh.
That thing was like the walls were splattered.
Oh, nice. Nice. Makes you feel comfortable.
My
Mm.
peeps.
But at Las Vegas, you never know if it's somebody's blood or not.
Doesn't matter. It has too many bodily fluids.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Vegas is an interesting place.
I'm a human being who cannot have long nails because of, fear of what might be lurking underneath them.
Beetles. There's always beetles.
I feel like you're right.
So I always save the pockets because I do artsy fartsy project with the pockets. But as an upcycler, I always save everything. Do you do that with your upcycling, Shalom?
Sorry, say that again.
Do you save everything?
I kind of do. I have like little storage, little bits, I have a bag that I have just belt loops in.
Oh, that's
And,
awesome. I love that.
Yeah. And my favorite place that sells fabric also sells stuff that is deliberately for upcycling. So I bought a package of like 30 men's collars from men's shirts for like $1. And, I bought a bunch of like packs of sleeves from men's shirts for, 50 cents. So, I'm so totally into that. That's a huge amount of real estate that's not going to be thrown into the landfill. And I love that.
I agree with what Mona is saying. As somebody who actually works in this field, there's a million things that you can say to be like, get your stuff together. Especially that we're going to take this person to a different facility. Wash your hands. I am so sorry to hear that, Terry. Speaking of washing your hands, I've been really craving to go to the Goodwill bins again.
I don't know where there is one close to me. I've never been to the bins. I just hear rumors of these stores.
The LA, you know what's so funny? The LA bins, people were so polite and nice. Okay, so I went to the bins in LA first. The one in Vegas, I'm not kidding you, my first time there, someone looked at me and they're like, I hate out-of-towners. So they're not playing in Vegas. And then I've gone there so much that they think I moved there. But my last time there, this one woman was like, you live in Vegas, right? She walked up to me and was like, you live here, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm from around the way.
Just drove in from Henderson.
That is true. I'll just pick a neighborhood I know they don't live in.
Yeah, I'm sorry for everyone's experiences in medical facilities that they've been through. I'm a nurse, and I can honestly say that because of everyone else's terrible experiences, I went so far to make sure as many people as I could had a good one. And I've held many a grandma's hand as she closed her eyes for the last time. And I would never, ever want anyone's beautiful grandma to not have a good experience. After they've lived such a good life, they deserve to have a good passing too. Sorry, I just kind of brought it all down.
No, you're making me remember my grandma. We had nurses in this house, and it was drama. Not drama. It was weird. It's weird when people.
Yeah.
But healthcare is different everywhere, depending on where you live.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. I think I've kind of had a charmed experience as far as that goes.
They were good people though. In the end, and my grandma, it wasn't like anything too terrible. William, did you go tweed shopping this morning? I did. I did go tweed shopping this morning. I purchased some more chunky tweed. But I think I'm going to give it some more time. I may not go next week. Or I'm still on the hunt for other tweed vendors. Because I live in one of the, a sprawling city. So that guy cannot be the only guy. All right, so I got my jeans cut up. Only bin at the Goodwills is my area. Is the dumpster out back. It is so highly illegal to go fishing in the Goodwills around here that the police drive around the Goodwills at night because people dump their trash. Hardcore. Here, hardcore. Only one way willing to be accomplished and predator to be treated. Absolutely. I give them the mom's address. I just give them mom's address in Vegas. I took care of my grandpa after he got out of rehab. I need to get some sleep. I need to get up and clean. I totally understand.
Good night,
I'm gonna be doing laundry and cleaning this evening because that's my what I do is laundry. Oh, I have a mini iron. Let's plug it in. Oh, let's plug it in. I just remembered. Can I
It has a pretty long cord to it.
Can I put this down?
No, unless you have like a silicone mat or something. It should stand up on its side.
Well, luckily, I have a few of these laying around. I do live in a TARDIS. I do. I do. I'll admit. I'm the first one to admit it. I live in a TARDIS.
I really do feel like he just says something like in his mind and he just pulls it off. Like he can just pull it right out, like off screen. And it's just like it's right there.
It's true.
It's magic.
Well,
night,
it's just
Mona.
a higher. Have a great night, Mona. It's just a higher probability of me having something because this room is just stuff.
Part 1 of William's Hoard.
It's only in 2 rooms though. Oh my gosh,
In the storage unit.
I got a notification the other day that the price is going up. I didn't even look. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Eventually you're gonna have to deal with that shit.
No, I'm gonna have to empty it. I just need to I'm thinking about getting one of those like sheds they build in your backyard.
Yeah.
Don't move the hoard from one place to another. Just
I have to
manage
though
it.
because it's cheaper to keep it here than do you know how much money? If I told you how much money I've spent, it's basically like I'm renting an apartment.
Yes.
I'm basically renting an apartment. And if I told you how much I've spent over the years, you'd be like, what?
It's
So,
amazing.
needless to say, it's time to consolidate my apartment.
Great.
Like he gave me a ballpark figure and my brain automatically just started calculating it and I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's a
Like
lot.
$40,000, $50,000.
I don't even want it. And that's the thing. I don't want to do the final math because it's going to be like, you spent $60,000 since 2019 or something crazy. It's something just some crazy amount. Storage, but my grandma had a giant house. Only been to the bins once in Grand Pass, Oregon, and there was me and maybe 3 other people. I went straight to the linen fabric. I do that, and they went to the hard items. I always go to the linen section because no one's there. I bought that. I can't say it's fabric though because I'm a repurposer. I'll see something and I can tell you what I'm going to make out of it. But I guess I found more like tablecloths that I repurpose into things. Have a great night, Mona, and thank you for stopping by. Absolutely. Understand, Shalom. I understand. Twitty McTwin is back. Welcome back. Oh. Like I said, it wouldn't be the internet without difficulties.
Yep. Need to get hardwired. Am I gonna sew eyelets tonight? Maybe. Maybe we're gonna sew eyelets.
Is this? Oh, it's on. Oh, it's on. All right. So we're. It's okay. It's okay, twin. I watch a few reseller channels. I tell them to see clothes. I tell them to see clothes, but I see fabric. You know, my whole beef with reselling is that they drive up the price for people like me. Like, I used to resell sewing machines, but then the plague hit and I started hoarding my machines. And regardless of how they get delivered to my house, the price gets driven up because of resellers. Because, you know, all the company sees is that these are flying off the shelf, but they don't know that these people are, you know, doing it for profit. So I'm not necessarily a fan of resellers, and I understand the angst towards them. I love vintage linens. I've collected a whole lot over the years. Laura, I have a ton of old school linen. I'll work on that hardwire tomorrow. Oh, Twinny McTwin.
You'll be thankful. It's worth the headache.
Everything is going up, Terry. Like, everything has gone up as far as price. That's why I bought all that denim today, because I buy a lot of denim lazy style on Amazon, and the prices have jumped. Something that's $9 is now $40. This jacket I should have purchased 2 weeks ago was like $20. It is now $64. So, in this economy, I'm okay. So I have my panels cut out. Where's my fourth piece? Perfect. Actually, I should cut. Okay, I'm gonna still do some surgery on these pieces.
Straight.
Is there anything that you purchased that the prices have gone up, Phoenix or Shalom?
I haven't been shopping for anything besides food in a little bit. I have been not buying stuff at the Goodwill. Actually, I take that back. I've not been buying random things at the Goodwill because the prices have gone up and I refuse to pay those prices. Though I did get a yard and a half that I've cut up for a dress to sew hopefully tomorrow. That was $250 and I was like, okay, that is acceptable.
The Goodwill has gone up. It's crazy what they the Salvation Army here too. Like, it is crazy the prices they ask now, and I'm just like, who are you selling this to?
Yeah, they don't know either. I'm going back and forth about whether next weekend I'm going to check out Joann Fabrics for the last time. I just keep waffling because I'm not in need. I could be convinced to be in want, but I'm not in need.
Thank you so much for stopping by, Judy. Great to see you. Great to see you.
Yeah.
My husband keeps buying featherweight machines because I showed him and showed Terry's videos. I had to say no more. Oh, those things fly off the shelf. Those do fly off the shelf. Right. That one. How's it going, Ron Thompson? Hello, hello.
Oh, Ron's back. Amazing.
I have no problem with speaking up in the end, but I am not family. She's at their mercy. I leave. They do whatever, including ignoring. Oh, that's terrible. You can still call the state. Yes, in a way, this is a tutorial. Once I get a lot of this done, it's a semi-fast process. But I've done this quite a few times.
Yeah, I don't teach anything on the internet. I'm just not afraid to look like a loser at my sewing machine or to lead life on camera.
Well, I always say when people claim like, oh, this is easy. They have 20 years experience, or they've done it 100,000 times.
Yeah.
So if you ever hear
Or
me
they've
say,
never
oh,
done it,
this
and
is
they're
easy.
BSing you.
Oh, this is easy. It's because I've made I've made quite a few pairs of Jankos.
Yeah, it's like I want to see like the first pair that they ever made, and like and how it evolved over the years.
Oh, it's my first, like, it's funny. Some of my early stuff is better than the stuff I make because I cared. Because
Well, I'll rewatch this so that I can figure out how to make them.
how many do you have? Is he gonna watch my video? I know. I'm curious too now. I'm sorry. Absolutely. Absolutely. Have you ever been down to the M&L Fabric in Anaheim? No, I have not. It's been a while since I've been on that side, not going to a sporting event or Disneyland. It's been a long time. And it's sad that tickets are always cheaper in Anaheim than they are in LA. And Orange County technically is more expensive than Los Angeles. I say baloney. Yikes. I'm making Janko jeans this evening. I'm going old school. I think we have 7 total. Wow. They are addicting. No, Will's going to go now. Will's going to Anna. It's been a while since I've been there. It's been a while. They are. Collecting sewing machines in general is addicting. He restores classic cars and wants to paint one with automotive paint. That would be amazing. That would shine.
Yeah, that would look amazing.
Oh, man.
I know. If you need ideas for painting machines, what is it? Is it Prometheus Sewing that she restores the machine? She also has a sewing channel. And I'm going to
Promethean?
forget. I think so. She has done some work with Bob Fowler, or he bought one of her. I think she painted a Barbie machine, and he snatched that one up. And yeah, does lots of interesting refurbs.
All right. So, in the world of making giant pants, I don't cut anywhere. I go pretty much up to a little bit under the pocket, but because the pants fit and you're going for the huge flare. But beyond that, it is literally cutting and pasting. I'm going to cut this and then turn these inside out. I should really turn these inside out right now. So I can see where I'm cutting. Man, experience pays off, huh? Only took me 5 years to turn these things inside out.
Look at all your tips.
But I've learned over the years to not cut too high, and I cut my pieces out first. And you always want to make sure that your pieces are even. So do not go higher than your pieces is what I'm trying to say. Because if you're going to be fixing mistakes instead of making pants. Yes, Promethean Sewing. That's what I thought. Because I've been subscribed to them for a long, long time. Terry, I have featherweights and Wilcox and Gibbs. I have an actual good count, but I'm sure there's one. I love collecting stories. Speaking of old school, I have an interesting thought earlier. Classic rock is currently Bob Seger, Aerosmith, CZ Top. One day it'll be 9 Inch Nails. Oh, no. Yikes.
It already is 9 Inch Nails.
I was about to say, here it is. They actually play Here Comes the Rooster next to Frankie Valli. That was my original freak out when I was like, no, I am not ready for this.
Well, Queensryche is making the county fair circuit this year.
That's the reason why I've seen the Scorpion like 9 or 10 times, because they've been doing the county fair circuit here in LA for years. So like people always ask me, are you a Scorpions fan? I'm like, kind of. I've just seen them a bunch.
It's for cheap.
Yay, Patty G. I don't have a featherweight.
I
Oh,
don't. I'm not interested. So sorry.
First time I've been in touch with her a few times. She's very good and straight info. I have FOMO. I know how that is. I know how that is, Patty. Yeah, serious Promethean. I watch all those videos, but I'm scared to try to paint a machine. It's intimidating. I destroyed a machine with Gojo and a Dremel. Have you bought bulbs for any of your whites? I ordered the wrong size. Okay, I've had this trouble online because someone will advertise for something not knowing what it is, and they'll think it's a very specific part, and it's not. So yes, I've ordered the wrong size bulbs on quite a few machines. But I think a lot of the time it's people think they have, unless it's like Fred Sanford knows what he has. You have to find a professional, somebody who knows sewing machines like through and through.
Yeah, but then sometimes I had to read because I thought I got the right bulb for the 101, and I didn't know there was like this screw-ons and this push-ins,
Yep.
and I didn't even think to like pull out the bulb to know which one to order. So getting the wrong one was completely on me because I didn't know I had to ask that question. Does it screw or push?
But you know what though? You won't ask it. You will never ask that question again though, because you now know. How's it going, Shalom?
Girl drama, teen girls, two of them.
Yeah.
In the same room at the same time.
I am feeling you. I got you.
And it's her fault.
Yes.
She did it. Yeah, but she blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
She started it.
Yeah.
You're touching me.
Oh.
She stole my blah 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 blah. Yes.
That's my hairbrush. That's my Polly Pocket.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I wish it was so Polly Pockets.
She's one of them pulled on the cord to close the blinds and pulled the blinds off the wall and fell down onto the shelf of Shrine and knocked all of the Funko Pops onto the floor.
Oh no.
Yes, the Shrine has been disturbed. There's a disturbance in the force.
Not messing with the temple.
Yeah. No, my youngest has a shrine to 80s rock all over her dresser, and it has been disturbed.
Some people in the chat are very fancy with their mechanical skills. Like, well, I have a couple of machines that I need to put new cords on so I can like plug them in, but I'm scared. And my 101, who freaking put that box that you have to get into to change out the electrical cord in the outlet? It's such an awkward angle. I need a tool that I don't know, and I'm just too lazy, so I prefer this machine with no motor. I like going old school. And then
all of those were built with like all of those were extremely specialized. So that's why they're hard to reach, because they're built by machines that don't exist anymore.
By people who didn't think of how, if you ever had to replace this, no, they must have been built by our military people. That's it. That's my story. It's like,
hey, Brenda, hello. I'm catching up with the chat. Those machines were built to last forever, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing, like to the point where they had a buyback program because a lot of the machines from the 20s were still going in the 50s. I don't measure. I totally get that. I'm sure you'll find one. Yard sale for $20. I had a vision. I wish. Yay. Great to see you, Brenda. Great to see you. I'm here to tell you that girl drama doesn't get better. My daughter's 30 and still has drama.
Laura, that's not what I want to hear.
Yeah, and I was just wishing that I could tell Zodi that it gets better myself. And you know, here we are.
Yep. Even living in like two separate areas of the country, sometimes it still happens between siblings and then one person talks to mom, and then 2 days later the other person talks to mom, and yeah, it's great.
The
Doesn't
truth is
go
always somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. She always gets stuck in the middle. But and she always tells me I'm right. She always tells my twin that she's right. So we're just yeah.
I don't know. Like, I mean,
We figured her out.
I'm all like, overall, I am thrilled that my kids are as good as they are because they're better than I deserve. I should have been cursed with children who were like me, you know, but I was not.
Yeah.
So it's a pain in the ass, and it's annoying, but if I only ever have to deal with annoying, I am going to be the luckiest mom alive.
I understand that absolutely. You are definitely a blessed woman.
I feel it.
Yes.
Finding sewing machine parts is very difficult sometimes. I had to put myself in the timeout for when they're. Oh, I just got a box full of fabric today. I'm going to go sewing crazy this evening. There are 100-year-old singer machines still being used in the 1950s. That's what I'm saying. They had a buyback program because people were not buying new machines because their old ones, they were running like, hey, my 1910 Studebaker still runs.
You can't take my 27 out of my
Exactly.
or Brunhild. I'll have to unpack her for tomorrow. I haven't unpacked her and the 101 in a while because they get gunked with cat fur, so I have to keep everybody covered in their dust covers. What are you talking about, dude?
I watch a lot. I listen to a lot of like 1940s radio, and they joke about that. Someone will be like, "Oh, this car still works. It's a 27." And they're like, "Get that jalopy off the road." Okay.
That's a word I haven't heard in a long time.
Jalopy?
Yep.
Oh, I use that a lot. I use that word a lot. Well, also because we have there's trying to phase out anything that has a gas-powered motor. And so I get in fights with inspectors because even recently I have a bunch of leaf blowers and sewing machines, chainsaws, a bunch of chainsaws and stuff. And somebody was like, these things are ancient. I was like, these jalopies still work. Just because they're gas powered, they're not cute, but they still work.
Mm-hmm.
They are cute in their own ginormous, loud, smelly way.
Oh, they're loud. They don't have sound like new age stuff. It's new age stuff. Mine is like you could hear me down the canyon.
Yeah. I'm still, as much as I hate to admit it, in love with anything that makes a rumble.
That's the only way you know it works.
Mm. Yeah. Gas powered sewing jalopy. Let me see it.
Hey, Ollie, I have faith in you. You can make it happen. You can do it.
All right, I'm gonna hang these pants and start pinning. I do a lot of this. I do a lot of hand sewing with this because I have to do this inside out, and I come back with the machine and solidify everything. But I do a lot of hand stitching with this. Oh man, oh, that iron is hot. I am so excited for the mini iron.
It's going to change your life. You're going to be so happy. They're so great for seams. It's beautiful.
When he said that, I got the old Dr. Phil theme in my head. I'm going to change your life.
Yep.
Have them duel at high noon. I had a younger brother That doesn't always end out well. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I never had a younger brother. We never dueled. I'm joking.
350 running a 66 on YouTube. That, oh man.
Oh man. My daughters were the most wonderful children, and now they're awesome adults. That's awesome. My kids are really good, but they seem to like to make me crazy. I get that, Laura, totally. My oldest machine is 1890s Franklin treadle with scarab decals. It reminds me of the Sphinx decals. I love that. Tell them I said, please stop it. Must be Jack Benny. There's some Jack Benny I can listen to, and some of that stuff I'm like, ooh, this is bad, even from my tolerance.
Why do you need to reinvent the treadle machine or a hand crank? You don't need a solar powered machine. You just need an analog model. It doesn't need a USB port to sew. Come on, folks.
I get mad at USB ports when I buy something and that's how you charge it. I'm like, what happens if I didn't have one? Even though I have a gajillion in this house.
Right.
Oh, that's funny. We need solar-powered sewing machines. You know, I was so surprised when I was running off of my generator. Do you know it takes a ton of power?
Your fridge?
Just a household item. Even almost a comparable amount.
Oh, a coffee maker takes a lot too.
It's amazing. I don't know why coffee makers take so much power.
Yeah, I know.
You have to have a real generator or have power to run a coffee maker. Yay.
I just need a kettle.
Right. It's like if my hands isn't working, I can use my treadle. If my foot's not working, I can use my hand crank.
I like that idea, though. I was thinking about using my copper kettle equipment to power a sewing machine.
Steam powered sewing machine?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Fred Flintstone. I have the Fred Flintstone relief valve and everything. For anyone who watched the Flintstones, he would pull, and that was an actual relief valve.
There we go.
I got one of the hand cranks. That's what got me hooked on this. I feel like I still I feel like I stole my white rotary hand crank from that lady for buying it for $25. I spent more on attachments than I did for that machine.
I love deals like that. Most of the classic singers I have, I got for $20, and they're worth way more than that, you know. This took a lot of power. A high-speed Singer 99. I'm wondering. I'm gonna try to do something crazy like that. I have a Wilcox and Gibbs hand crank, 1880s. My husband also found one in Ireland that he ordered from me, 1880s, 1890s. Wow.
I don't need or really want any other machines, but I would take a Wilson and Gibbs chain stitch machine.
I've been saying this for years. When I get machines that old, I want to know every hand that's touched that machine. I want to know the experience that people have had. I check my electric bill. 70% of what I use is just it was just things plugged in all the time, like the cords to charge things. I still leave them in. Wow, mine's like I get that fine rate of like, you have surpassed for this month. We are fining you. Watching the guys from Australia, I have two old hand crank singers, one in perfect working condition, the other needs restoration.
I look, we've got a brand new time zone on board here, William, with Colleen from Australia.
Oh, we used to have Australia, but that was a way back in the day.
I'm just so happy. Hello, Colleen.
Colleen, I am so sorry. I just read your comment. Welcome, Colleen. Welcome to the House of Sewing. It's Sunday afternoon.
Yep.
Yay. I used to know the time difference. I completely forgot. I know you know Shalom. You live there.
No, yeah, I did, but I can. They go opposite of us with the time changes, and so it can be
Oh.
this gap or that gap, and I can't remember anymore. I'm just not prepared. I used to know it automatically though.
I'm like that with a lot of things. I'm like that with a lot of things. Like I speak a different language, and if I do not speak it with somebody else, I will lose it.
Yeah, that's why my French is so rusty. Dang it.
I get
But
to
yeah,
try.
welcome, Colleen. Happy to have you. We love our hand crank and Singer sewing machines around here.
Absolutely. I am sitting in a room of sewing machines, but they're covered by all my wonderful creations I've made lately. Absolutely. Welcome. Welcome.
You're just keeping the dust off of them.
I just have a Jackery generator I used to power my brother when I wanted to get out of the house. I need to do that because I have a ton of generators. I randomly just pull them out to make sure they still work, but I'm really thinking about hooking up a sewing machine to it. Me too. Wilcox and Gibbs. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love the Wilcox and Gibbs. The chain stitch amazes me.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, it's 1 p.m. here. Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. I'm slowly making pants that I eventually will get done this evening. And then I will be skating in front of my house. But it's been weirdly raining here.
Dre, I will never forget what mail means. Never, never.
We'll just be a little bit longer, dude.
All right. So for my initial pin on my giant pants, that's kind of the most important pin. And then from there, you can shape your pants. In order so you don't have tenting, I do this inside out. But I would always recommend making your pants inside out. You watch Sean from The Guy Who Sews. He's from Australia. Yay.
Yep. Sean, the guy who sews is like, I mean, there's only ever like a few degrees of separation between every quilting sewing channel. And so we know who that is.
Yeah, exactly. It's a community, but we all in 6 degrees of separation, right?
Patty G, I commend you for your MacGyvering of things with a pair of nylons. I had to do that in my Chevy Impala once. And good old solid steel engineering meant that I got home with a pair of nylons tied around my car.
Hey, sometimes you got to hold them. Sometimes you got to fold them. Sometimes you got to make sure those nylons are tucked away.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, now I have Kenny Rogers stuck in my hand. Sorry, there is a weird art form to making Janko jeans.
All right, tell us about this weird art form.
Well, this is the hard part. I'm lining everything up, but your initial pin is always the most difficult. And not everybody has something to hang from. But I have hooks all in this room so I can hang my clothes while I'm working on them.
Oh, Terry, if you ever write a book, please call it that. Pantyhose Got Me Out of the Bronx. Like that is, I would read that book in a heartbeat.
I would jump at that title. All right. So, are you do you guys use a lot of pins, or do you not pin? Do you clamp?
All of the above.
Oh, I was gonna laugh at myself, but when I sew leather, there is no other choice but to clamp.
That is true. It depends on what you're using.
Phoenix just got a special delivery.
Yay! Oh, Twitty McTwin! I've also had a couple of singer hand cranks. Oh my goodness, maybe I have some problem. William does with this. We have the same problem. I think you do. You can do that on your car as well. Oh wow, fish tank and pump tube.
Yep. I have some of those light bulb shaped pins too that are really good for when you're doing something that has lots of layers. I love those things. I'm a bit of a hoarder of sewing notions.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't find
fun,
it too hard to
basically.
put a new belt on my machine when I had to. The hard part actually is I found poking the holes through the leather because you need. I don't know how to do it. Allie will instruct us if there's a better way than just a hammer and a nail outside on a piece of wood. Because it has.
There's tools for that, like that will actually space your holes properly. I have some of those. I'll have to take a picture. But no, they're not difficult to find. Like it will.
At the Goodwill, but I mean, I did it with a hammer and a nail, and it worked fine.
Hello, Linda. Hello. Welcome. And great to see you, Brenda. Great to see you. A pin clamp, safety pins as well. Absolutely. I will. I use everything I can. Oh, Twin is restarting the whole system. I may be
But
bad.
that's probably going to solve her issues. It might be her GPU actually, rather than the actual Wi-Fi.
Every like once every 2 weeks or something, around like 1 or 2 in the morning, Spectrum shuts down my entire neighborhood, and it actually helps when it reboots. Everything's working all fast, and I'm like, I'm annoyed, but that helped. Whatever you did, it helped. They've been trying because my neighborhood has been like, we're getting terrible service here. My car broke down in the Bronx. The guy stopped and asked if I had pantyhose. I thought, here's where this goes bad. He fixed my car and the belt broke, and I was on my way. True story.
Yeah, no, she thought she was in a horror movie, but it turns out she was in an episode of MacGyver.
Random people have saved my life as far as being like trapped out in the middle of nowhere on the highway, not knowing how to fix my car. But I'm sure it's way different for a man than a woman. People have helped me. Like, people have really helped me along the way. I have a couple of Singer Industrial hem stitchers from 1930s. Okay, I'll stop counting. Oh, wow. See, Laura, you are in the right place. I am a sewing machine hoarder as well. Those are very resourceful people. They are, Patty G. They are.
SMAC Anonymous. A plier that makes the whole. Okay, I'll keep my eyes open. I just. The amount of times I need to use a specialized tool when I can just use what I got.
Butter knives are, universal tools, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I have like that. Butter knives will get you out of a jam in many different ways.
Exactly. I absolutely agree.
And if you just that fell. And if it destroys one, you just go grab another one.
That is right.
I forgot about this part. This is the lining up is usually the most difficult. Perfect. I just have to make sure I have proper spacing in here. It's been a while, but like this is kind of like riding a bike for me.
You need to move those to a different hanging location so we can watch you, William. Because
sorry,
right now they only watch your back.
I'm so used to standing in the other.
Absolutely, Laura. It really is. And where's the line? Where's the line? I will argue where that line is.
Well, it's relative. Having a problem is relative. We're not like, see, I always thought like you're not crazy until you're cutting up money and using it for paper mache. To me, that's crazy.
Indirectly, yeah.
Like I have a line, like
I don't have to I don't live in that world.
So as long as I'm not cutting up money and making paper mache people, I'm okay.
Plan for tomorrow morning. I think I'm making coffee. That's supposed to be for tomorrow morning.
Right
Brendan?
now, go ahead.
Sorry. No, I was just going to say you're upcycling jeans to make bigger ones.
I'm deconstructing. I don't like it when people use that, so I shouldn't say that. I'm taking apart one pair of jeans to make two pairs of jeans into one. I'm making Janko pants, but I'm trying to show people that you don't have to go out and buy a 90 pair of designer replicas when you can just make them from your old jeans.
Or
So
you can just take measurements and make to measure with denim from the Goodwill or wherever.
I do have
Absolutely.
rolls of denim here.
Because I got too much. I got enough stuff. I don't need to buy more clothes to make new clothes. I got new fabric to make new clothes. But that's just me.
In this economy, I'm trying to show people how to make their own clothes. And I have a feeling within the next 6 or 7 months, I'm going to get real popular with my how to make your own clothes series. So right now, I'm just basically upcycling Jankos. I don't even know what you would call it. I'm not big on labeling. So I'm just making a pair of Jankos. And all of this started because I noticed the younger generation. I was like, are they wearing Janko jeans? And I can't believe this style came back. Do people wear the baggy pants in Canada?
Yeah, they have those. Yep. And yeah, they usually spent, a couple $100 of daddy's money to make it happen. And I sure like the way you're doing it.
Absolute craziness. Like I said, I came into the community upcycling, so it's literally what I do.
My daughter has an order in for a pair of pants that I got to make her out of my tulip pink. They're gonna be her Connecticut pants.
Well, and Jinkos were expensive even back in the day. Weren't they like $80 pants? They were like not cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In their original incarnation. And I did have a pair. I walked so much on the back hems that they were like completely destroyed. But oh my god, I wore those.
I love that look. Even right
Shit out
now,
of them.
these pants, you end up looking like a Shetland pony. I wish I put my boots on. These pants are worked in. These pants, like that's how I know I can tell where someone's from. If the back of their pants are frayed, I can tell what kind of job you do by the back of your pants. And I am professionally procrastinating. Yes, I am, Kilroy. Thank you. Last week I saw the Jingle Style jeans going for $1,000 plus.
Oh god.
My price
Plus
just
the
went
back-
up.
Jesus.
So Terry, I'll go in the investor. I told my kids when I pass, I will haunt them forever. If they take my machines to the Goodwill. Do you know, sometimes when I walk through the swap meet, I have this really stoic moment of, man, I hope my stuff never ends up here.
Gotta make plans for it or do the Swedish death cleaning.
Kendrick's Super Bowl jeans run about 13. See, and but do you know what's so funny? To me, Kendrick was wearing bell bottoms because they were more form fitting. Those were bell bottoms to me.
Boot cut.
Is that what they're calling them?
Yep. So they can fit over your cowboy boots.
But they look like actual bell bottoms.
I mean, yeah, I guess it depends on the cut because like they're skinnier to the knee and then flare out a little bit.
Exactly.
But they don't. To me, they don't flare quite as much as an actual bell bottom.
I fell in love with making bell bottoms. If you ever come across my old bell bottom videos, something happened. Man, I was in my head. I think that's the beginning of the posing was when I made my my bell bottoms video. That was the most high-end used shop in London, though. 245 shirts too. Yikes! Would you ever pay $1,300 for a pair of pants?
No.
Wouldn't ever have $1,300 for a pair of pants.
I can do so much with $1,300 so much more than buying a pair of pants.
Right. I could buy eggs.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, they're expensive here too. Hey, twin! I saw a post on Facebook saying we used to put our holes in our jeans, not to buy them already, and like it's so weird. Luann, it's so weird. I actually cut up a vest. Where is it? And I was so disappointed in the results. It was a fast fashion vest. I got it at the Goodwill bins. Well, it's a jacket, but it was lasered. And like I always say, it's amazing how they will take $1 million laser to make a $10 jacket.
Oh, you wore that jacket the other day.
Well, I finally cut the arms off of the really holy one.
Oh.
Exactly. I need a tutorial of how to acquire fabric. I ordered some sample books from Mood to learn fabric types so I'd be able to order online. I like the tactile sensation of walking into the fabric store, but I also live in a place where there's a thriving fashion district. And because of that, they sell fabric everywhere here because people go downtown and buy rolls, and I still get deals.
Sorry, go ahead.
I would just go to the good. I also need to touch stuff and fabric. And if I, pardon me, I'm not ready to, well, again, I have enough. I'm not ordering fabric, but I'd have to go to the Goodwill or find someplace. And it's going to be hard that Joann's is closing because on the other fabric store, I am not a quilting cotton general type of sewer. I know. I'm like, I feel like I'm a confession. I'm like, I don't.
Go ahead.
Bless
It's okay.
I found a
order
fabric.
what?
The record skip.
Jelly roll who?
No, there's sticky buns too out there now.
Oh, and the postage stamp ones. Charm squares.
I found a place online that I really, really love that goes around and they collect fabric from design places, from places that manufacture clothing and all of that. And the amount of waste that is created in creating clothing is phenomenal. And they sell those extra bits of fabric, and I can buy scraps. Like the bridal stuff is my favorite. I mean, there is nothing like getting a piece of bridal silk for like $2. It's so great, and it prevents all that stuff from going into the landfill. And I get great deals on the stuff that they sell. So if you have a dead stock fabric seller, you can get stuff that still, it actually has like the name of the designer brand like right in the selvage of the fabric. It's crazy. Valentino fabric, it's
Yes,
wild.
please.
Tell us how you
Yeah,
feel,
right?
Gilroy. No, I agree though. If you spend that much money on jeans, $1,300 is almost 3 months rent for me. See, that's why it's crazy when they throw these prices out. I still need to release that short. I made a video making fun of Balenciaga because they had all these jeans, all these things for $1,300. I was like $7.99 at the thrift store.
And Balenciaga's stuff is just so out there. It's just a little bit too pretentious and avant-garde for me. They're probably my most enjoyable to make fun of brand out there.
But some of the stuff, they're literally copying my style and selling it for thousands and thousands and thousands when I am thrift store chic. I am thrift store chic.
If I could, I would consider an Hermes piece because there's of the school and the tradition and the handmadeness.
I've
like that. I can't lie. I'd throw down for that.
That's true couture, though. Even their silk scarves. I would love an Hermes silk scarf.
Brenda,
I know,
I've
oh,
made
that's what I
this.
need to look for, the labels at the Goodwill, because sometimes they have stuff like that.
I've made mistakes ordering fabric, Brenda. Like, and I've been ordering fabric for years, so it's not. I don't know. There's no like rhyme or reason to it, and every company's different. I bought stuff face to face. I bought the stinky fabric that will forever.
Oh, the stinky. You still talk about the stinky fabric?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
It smelled like
Because it
burning.
still stinks. He takes it out and sniffs it.
Once every
Sometimes
6
just to
months.
see.
Like, oh, still smells like burning gas. Still smells like it was, I still to this day. It's because I wanted cheap black pleather and I paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
But Brenda, a great lesson in fabric is really just walking through a thrift store.
Yeah.
Feel the fabric and then read the label. And if it feels good and if it's enough real estate for you to make something out of, even if it's like, something small, get it and start trying to upcycle garments that are already out there. Then you're never wasting anything and you're getting to know all the different fabrics at a price that's really affordable and that is better for the planet.
And there's ways to tell like how it burns or melts, or does it stink like burning hair? There's qualities that you can learn if you just have a safe way to do different tests. Or like, I think some of the acetate stuff I have from the blanket bindings, the really old stuff starts to just smell like weird off nail polish. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's the acetone in this product, and it just has that stink, and it makes me laugh, and I can't get rid of it, but I know exactly what it is. I'm like, okay, it's a trade-off.
Yikes, bed bugs. Yeah, no, those are no good.
Well, you gotta wash your fabric anyway, so you just bring it home and wash it.
In my early videos, I would always say, what is it? Oh, scabies and bed bugs sound like your favorite punk band, but there's not something you want to experience.
Definitely not something you want to take home with you.
You did say that a lot.
No, it's because I buy stuff from I would always tell people to go to the Goodwill. I never wanted to be blamed if someone got a rash or something. So I tell flash fry your stuff. I flash fry everything. I wash everything a couple times, and I'm a Goodwiller, Even in my room, when I'm finding stuff in my own house, if I haven't worn it in months, I wash it, before I wear it. He hasn't got rid of it. I have.
Oh, that's true, Ellie.
I got rid of all of it, but every once in a while, I'll find a scrap piece. And I made stinky chaps.
Those chaps they're not going to be in the calendar.
You'll smell them.
just so then when somebody says, "Does it stink in here?" You're like, "Yes, that's my ass from my chaps."
Well, you'll know because it smells like a gas station.
We'll know your ass stinks like chaps.
Like gas. It's like smells like straight petroleum.
That's because you're willing to eat gas station food.
Yes, he is.
Heathen.
I am. I love gas station food. And I put my life on the line for a gas station chimichanga, and I'm still talking about it.
You're proving my point. Thank you.
And that
much.
that was outside of like Ashland or something. When I was heading more, I was going to Tacoma, but somewhere in Southern Oregon, I ate a gas station chimichanga and got real life food poisoning. I'm not afraid of Goodwill where I come from. Oh, wow. When upcycling fabric from clothes, really look at the label to see if it's collectible first. I did that. I actually did that with my dad's Levi's. I didn't realize all his silver tab stuff was original, and I cut it up. I cut all of it up. I either upcycled it or like, no, this vest is actually from Boeing, but like I have a bunch of silver tab vests that are worth like $400 or $500, and I cut the arms off. I didn't know.
Kilroy, that's right.
Who turned old quilts into clothes? Because this is something I actually plan on doing.
This is a touchy subject for folks.
I do this. I'm looking.
Wayne, I really do believe that if, especially like not antique quilts, but just something that you love and you just want to wear it, besides, because you can only have so many quilts in your house and on your bed and give away.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no,
I give away
I'm in
everything.
support. I'm in support. I really want to find somebody's granny's knit or crocheted Afghan to make myself a jacket out of.
Oh, that'd be amazing. If
I
I
really
only
want
have this one.
The one my granny made is still on my bed,
Yeah.
There you go.
but she made it for me, so it's mine.
Yeah. Oh, that's special. That is.
It is.
He eats the hot dog that's been on the grill, on the roller grill since Nixon was in office. I have a problem with 7-Eleven taquitos. I do. I am man enough to admit I don't know why they're so good. I don't know why I have a problem with 7-Eleven food in general. I will eat a 7-Eleven pizza. I think it's good. I've had 7-Eleven chicken.
Never eaten gas station food that wasn't like pre-wrapped. Like if it was like chips or like a protein bar or something like that.
You
But-
never got the sandwich from the deli section?
I
No.
live off those
No.
chicken salad sandwiches. I love those.
Because as a restaurant person, sometimes you just change the date. I'm telling you, like
I know that
It's-
too.
I'm
when
thinking
it
of
was
back in
done.
the 80s, like in the 90s, when
No.
it was like the grandma was in the back making the sandwiches that were in the front. It wasn't from some.
I actually grew up in a town that had a deli like that. I miss those delis. The grandma was literally making your sandwiches for you. And we had another place called Maria's where it was a Sicilian woman making pizza. They were the greatest pizzas on earth.
Mm.
And they were all handmade. My former friend told me Goodwill doesn't wash the donated. Okay. So some like Goodwill does not. I go to a thrift store chain in LA. I don't want to dox myself, but they wash their clothes, and I can smell what soap they use.
It's one of those perfumey
I've
ones.
never even heard of, like, I know you've mentioned this before, but like thrift stores actually washing clothes. But I've never heard of that before you. They don't do that around here.
They don't wash their clothes.
No, they just whatever,
Oh.
I guess the condition that they came in, boom, you got it. That's yours.
It's called
Yeah.
As Is, kids.
Homes.
My 90-year-old mom told my grandson he needed some patches on his jeans. He Grammy, I paid $120 for these. She said, she told him he should return them and ask for his money back. That is true. Paying $120 for jeans is, a long time ago. I worked with this guy. We were digging ditches. He wore these designer jeans. Everybody gave him a hard. He's literally in a pit with grown men with our Walmart jeans on. We all gave him a hard time. We were driving back to the shop. I was giving him a speech. I backed into an oak tree. He
He
every
showed
time
up to work and did his job. Who cares what pants he wants to wear? Like, that's his money. That's his problem.
$300 jeans in a pit with a bunch of welders and machine operators, they're gonna say something to your face.
Oh, that's
I
what
know,
he
but you
needs
can
to
only
wear.
get those grease stains by rubbing your hands that certain way, and that
Yes.
pocket machine just doesn't do it quite like that.
Yeah, I get it.
They tried to get on me because I wore Old Navy jeans one day to work, and they were like, "Those are fancy." They're not.
Oh,
Oh,
I'll pay $2
absolutely.
for 20.
Absolutely, Colleen.
everyone's
Absolutely. My grandma was like that. My grandma did not understand the exchange rate. She was like, in my day, $20, you could buy an apartment, go to Cairo and fly a plane and come back and, own part of a baseball team.
Mhm.
7-Eleven chili cheese dog. I love them. I love 7-Eleven food.
No,
Oh, yeah.
can't eat with you either, Lorraine. Done.
Me and Lil we're going to be. Do you know people order 7-Eleven pizzas near my house? I've been getting gas and people will walk out with a fresh pizza.
Must be a California thing. Mm.
I've seen it in Nevada too. They have bomb food. Oh, I know she's genuine in her concern. I bet he didn't return them. No, he definitely did not. Because of my job, I can't wear fancy pants because I destroy them. So I've just got used to wearing my Walmart jeans.
Yeah.
I'm sure that those $120 jeans came with holes in them. We were mortified if we had to wear clothes with holes in them. Now you buy them that way.
But they sold them that way in the 90s too, because I remember asking for jeans like that and then being told, no, you wear your jeans till they wear like that. You don't pay money for them to come pre-ruined.
Same speech. I wanted acid wash jeans so bad. And I remember my dad being like, dude, if you want jeans with holes, just go in my closet. Just go in my closet. I got a bunch of jeans with holes. You know when you walk down an alley, that feeling you get, I get that with gas station food, run for your life. I don't know what it is. I guess it's because I've done a lot of traveling in America. I love gas station food. I've even been to a 7-Eleven. Do you know they have 7-Elevens in Mexico? Same food that they serve in America. Same hot dogs, all of it.
Oh, wow.
It's weird. I don't know what it is. I love gas station food.
I think it's because when I was little, we used to go visit my grandma, and my dad used to bring us to the gas station. We'd get hamburgers and stuff like that, and it made me sick one time, so I can't ever go back. No.
That'll do it.
See, I was 9 years old and didn't know any better, but now I do. Nutritional
That's
value. That's what I think about now.
Gas station food stuff when you want to
Well, that
join the
too.
movement. No, that's McDonald's or Carl's Jr. Get any of those breakfasts, man. It's so funny. I was poisoned at a gas station and kept going. I should have learned my lesson.
You have a stomach of steel, apparently.
And I still eat chimichangas.
Mm.
70s, 80s, and 90s had jean clothing that was pre-worn for sale. The punk scene in 1977 in Europe was 100% like that. I don't know much about New York City. You guys got me all hyped up. On Monday, we might review fashions of... No, actually on Wednesday. Because it won't be till Wednesday till we get the pictures. We should do... I've never done that. I want to review Met Gala fashions.
Mm.
Yes, please. Please.
In all my years, because I always watch people that do that, I have a bit of a different take because people do dress crazy, but you have to look at the amazing ingenuity of these clothes.
And
I
then
know,
we can
like,
roast the ones that are bad.
oh, they're bad. Like, I wouldn't wear Marilyn Monroe's corset, but that's
Yeah,
just
right.
me. I don't have the body. I don't have the
Don't
body.
Get me started.
He didn't have the body,
Shots
but
fired. Shots fired.
it's true, Kilroy. I think in some places like Japan and Korea, 7-Elevens are like tourist destinations, and the food and all of the tech, it's people, yeah.
They have mini waffles at 7-Elevens in Japan. I was literally watching a short last night of things that they don't have in America that they have in Japan. You
So
can
are
get
your
mini,
7-Eleven? Oh, go ahead.
oh,
Sorry.
go ahead. You can get
Are
mini
your
waffles at
7-Elevens
McDonald's.
or Buc-ee's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't have 7-Elevens on the East Coast?
Not like you do, apparently.
They're everywhere here.
No.
Lawayne, take me to that A&F because I'm going to punch that guy in the face. Directly, like in the softest, probably break him a new eye hole. That is, I want to hurt people that say shit like that. He told her she was too old to shop there and wear these jeans. Excuse me?
Would you like to meet my friends, my pair of twins?
That's when I would get. That's when I'd go viral because I would tell them how I truly feel. That's when everybody would like, "Oh my gosh, this guy's about to lose it." They'd pull their cell phones out, and I would go viral. Hey, I'm in my 40s, and I dress like people did before I was born. I dress like I'm a punk from 1979, 1980, and I wasn't even around.
I was around, but barely, and I dressed like that too. And I still wear my Joy Division T-shirt. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have a DRI shirt that I refuse to stop wearing.
I love the DRI. The DRI logo though was just so amazing.
Absolutely. This is rid of the traveling hot dog. It goes from USA 7-Eleven down to Mexico and back again. I would watch that movie. Me and America Ferrera could be in that movie. I'll watch that movie.
Yeah, my unfortunately my immune system is not good enough for gas station food. My survivability would be very low.
It's I don't know, it's weird. It's one of those things. And I think it's because also by my house, every Lowe's and 7-Eleven has hot dog stands.
Oh.
And so you can get a steamed hot dog, a grilled hot dog, a barbecued hot dog in front of any hardware store, anything here. I live for those concession stand hot dogs. You could boil a hot dog, and if it came in concession stand style, I'll eat it. That's a resounding no from the crowd. Thank you. 7-Elevens are all over Arizona too, but I've never eaten anything that isn't prepackaged.
The only hot dog I've had it's called Bill's hot dog, and it's in Washington, North Carolina. But they fry their hot dogs. And so it's like the red skinned hot dogs, I believe. And they make them like a little on the spicy side too with their they have
when Isaiah was when Isaiah was younger, that's the only way I made hot dogs for him.
Mm-hmm.
He loves fried hot dogs and doesn't even know why. Those are the like
son. They're good.
oh,
They have this big grease vat and they just fry them up, and then they put like a spicy bean sauce on it and a mustard, and that's the way you take them. It's amazing.
That sounds amazing.
Well, if you ever make it to the East Coast, I'll bring you.
Thanks, Pope. I'm on my way. We have a sprinkling of 7-Elevens here. I can count on one hand how many times I've been in one. I think it's because they're also gas stations too. And so it's that weird convenience. Because I don't walk in gas stations unless I'm getting their terrible food. Or if I'm in the mood for a slushie. No, I was looking for a present for my 19-year-old nephew. So I wanted to do the pretty woman thing. Big mistake. Totally understand. I totally understand. 2 youths, what? Oh man.
I love that judge was Herman Munster.
I love those old school movies. My Cousin Vinny was a classic.
Yeah, no, I just I feel a certain kind of way about people who make those kind of suggestions.
What suggestions is that?
Oh, they you're too old for this or whatever. You know, like it's like, dude, yeah.
For mine, the one is, oh, you look like you can't afford this.
Mm-hmm.
I have a car sitting in front of my house because somebody told someone I know. Well, basically, we went to buy a car, and we were both wearing denim vests, and they ignored us.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to this other place, and they were running at us. We bought the car.
Do you work on commission? We should go back there. You should go back there, Luane.
The other place didn't work on commission. I don't know. But I have a car sitting in front of my house because someone I know was ignored. And out of pride, they went and bought another one.
Mm-hmm.
I love Herman Munster, my cousin Vinny, and my kids have a cousin Vinny, so we have to share that joke often. Utes, the 2 Utes, the Utes. I loved that movie.
Oh, it's unending. All right, kids, I should probably go see my family.
Thank you so much for hanging out in Phoenix. Everybody should go subscribe to Phoenix Electra Circus.
Amen.
It is
Thank
fun.
you. Yep, I'll be back at it tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. There's too much on my plate, but we'll see what I sew. All right. Thanks, folks. Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Oh. I just have I have jive talk, and I've had that stuck in my head the whole night. I don't know why it's been a Bee Gees kind of night, but I've had that in my head the whole night.
It's the pants. It's the pants, and I approve. That is a good earworm. Thank you.
I've just the whole night. I've just I have no idea why that song's in my head. Oh, I love music. I'm not a genre guy. I listen to anything as long as it sounds good.
I'm with you there.
I'm
with
right
you
there. Yep.
Yeah, I used to absolutely. I think it was a cultural thing that I thought that I had to hate country music forever and ever. And then, yeah, but I always liked Johnny Cash, and Johnny Cash has always been acceptable. And Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, always been acceptable amongst many crowds who are supposed to hate country music. But
Yeah.
then I met Zodi, and he kind of changed my opinion. So yeah.
I grew up listening to country music, and because of the people I grew up around, I also watched Car 54. Where Are You? I loved that show. Absolutely, Phoenix. Thank you so much for hanging out. I listened to Jive Talking the other day. This all started because I watch a lot of old Johnny Carson, and now it's to the point where my phone flips to it. Well, my YouTube account, and the PGs were on it, and I can't remember. It was before they were famous. It was like one of their first songs, but this particular clip showed all of their appearances. So you saw the evolution when they went from hard rock to disco. Good times. So now I have Jive Talk. And
I'm going to drop Phoenix's channel one more time.
Yes, please do.
So that everyone who has not can go subscribe to our beautiful friend. She's a beautiful woman, and I love hanging out in her presence. It's usually me and Jess and Ollie, and
yes,
good times.
So all my East Coast people, 3:00 tomorrow afternoon. She's there.
Yes, and it's such a nice time. It really is. You'll enjoy it.
And Phoenix has been. She said 3 years. It doesn't feel like it's been 3 years.
Really?
Where have I been?
Right along there with her for the last 3 years.
I'm back. Nephews are playing Fortnite and needed to win, so I had to go wreck some kids for.
Uncle to the rescue to go beat up the other guys in Fortnite. That is classic. I love it. Good job. That's some good uncling right there.
I missed her live today. Might miss tomorrow too. Totally understandable. I
missed Yali.
Can't make them all. Mm-hmm. I might miss it too because I'm doing a lot of running around. But I should be back by then. It's later.
Whenever I'm there and before Ollie gets there, I usually try to summon him by saying his name 3 times.
Yes, that's what we did today. Yes. Oh, the beacon. Didn't work though.
I think it would be really nice to do a stream with Ollie as a guest, because I really would like to hear him talking.
I speak Okie. That's the only language I speak. When I was younger,
from Muskogee.
I knew somebody that we used to call Oklahoma before I went to Oklahoma, so I know that accent well. Sorry.
Yeah, it does work, Ollie. That's why we do it. We thought we'd try it once. It worked.
It did work that one time.
Yeah.
when we said Ollie, and then like really 5 seconds later he was there.
No, that was just me, Ollie. I don't think you sound Southern. You're from Ontario.
You never know, though. I know somebody who constantly says they're from Los Angeles. They'll say, I'm from LA. And people be like, what? Like, yeah, I'm from Lower Alabama.
I think full letter Kenny when I think of you, Ollie.
Oh, that'd be nice to have Ollie on here someday.
Absolutely,
I would
Ollie.
love that.
You hear that, Ollie? Your
Make
fans
it so.
want you.
Ollie, Ollie, Ollie. Stream, stream, stream.
Well, to be fair, with a name like Ollie, like, oh, never mind. I won't say that. I just checked myself. No, I was going to say something, but I don't know if it'll hurt. If it's like, I'm an American, so I'm not the most culturally sensitive person. So I will refrain from what I was going to say, but it was going to be funny.
Oh, me.
Well, remember when that guy came in and started making jokes about cultures because of my name?
But that's what I'm saying. So there's that weird line, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't cross it. I'm just gonna go back to jive talking.
I didn't even get to tell him, no, sorry, dude. I'm just an Irish Catholic kid with a Hebrew name.
And I
You like
used it. And I used it today too.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Well, it's because it's so convenient. It's like right here now. I am so
I have mine out too.
Mini iron.
I was just ironing my Civil War fabric because I've been cutting it out.
It's from watching your videos.
Mm.
Because I've been binging Terry's videos, and you and Rita are inadvertently teaching me how to quilt. So I'm watching like this. I'm taking notes, you know, literally.
Good.
Just her seams open on this one. Oh, now she's going to the right side. I don't get it.
No, I picked up tricks and stuff. So,
Yeah,
but seeing the mini iron, I'm like, I want one. I speak Texan, and we don't write the way we speak.
You only had to say it 10
your
times.
upper Angeles. No matter where you're from, people will say things like, I'm from the west side, and that would offend certain people who are from the east side. Like, no matter where you live, the people segregate themselves depending on, you know, some weird geographical thing that doesn't mean anything in the first place. No way, I don't fly on a carpet. No.
Do you have 40 Thieves though, Ollie?
Now I have Arabian Nights stuck in my head. Arabian Nights, like see that whole. Now I have that song stuck in my head.
Can you see him on the back of an elephant? Just.
I love. Hey, Giovanna. Good morning. Great to see you.
Buongiorno.
Great to see you.
Hmm.
I love your channel, Terry. And like, you are what I aspire to be. I have so many sewing machines, but I bring them back to life. You give them color. You change. Like, it's amazing what you do. I'd lose those irons in like 2 seconds. It's going to live right here. Great to see you, Giovanna. Great to see you.
Did you unplug it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, because I didn't know if you were still using it.
No, it's unplugged.
It's hot.
You know, we're creeping, you know, we're heading back towards Earth. We've gone around Jupiter twice. We're heading back towards Earth.
Already. Well, I had internet issues, so
you're ready, right? You're ready to go another 3 hours or what?
It was lovely to meet you, Colleen. I hope to see you again.
Let me go grab 2 pairs of jeans. You can work me through it.
I was woken by my sister in Australia at 4 a.m. Oh, I hope everything's okay.
Yeah.
Yay! Red face, red heart shape. I think it's crazy how it says in text of what you're doing. Yay! Great to see you, Giovanna. Great to see you. Really enjoyed hanging out and listening to all of you. Oh, thank you so much. Mother awake from nap, so let's go. Thank you so much, Colleen. I am here. We're here every Friday, Saturday, Monday, and Wednesday.
Yeah, basically all the time.
Every other day.
And if it's not William, it's one of the folks in the community. And
Absolutely.
it's a really beautiful community, and I think you'll be very welcome and feel good here.
Yes,
Absolutely. You are definitely welcome back. So we are always here. Now it's back to Jive Talking. I'm going to be grooving tonight. I have a ton of laundry to do, so that'll help out.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm used to it. I have to nap, or I am the real life Smoke the Dragon. I am. I'm just coming behind my sewing machines. Who's in my sewing room? What little hobbit's trying to touch my singers?
I'm only here for second breakfast.
You will be second breakfast. Oh, I read the book before I saw the movie.
Me too. I actually, there was a time when I read them every year faithfully since I was 10 years old.
And I grew up in a house with Terry Pratchett, and I didn't realize that people that weren't in America didn't read like Discworld and stuff.
I love Terry Pratchett and Clive Barker. Oh
Absolutely.
my gosh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that until I got online, and I was like, a lot of people in America hadn't read that, and it was just weird to me. But the books were just there. I just pick it up and read it. It wasn't like, I was looking for them.
A lot of the movies are on YouTube now. The Discworld movies.
They tried to make a television show with that, and I know it failed because it didn't go. It was like the Sci-Fi Channel. I need to look that up because I bet I can buy that series. The complete series. Well, we have gone around Jupiter twice this evening. We came, we saw, we did the big Shablam, we did a fabric haul. Twinny McTwin came through with the heart patch. First we'll show the snake. That's amazing. And for the red, the black, and the green. I'm loving this nationalist heart. I am loving this. This is going on somewhere tonight. That is going on somewhere tonight. I want to thank everybody who's here. Anyone who watches this in the future. You guys make this channel what it is, and I thank you. I want to thank Mona for the shout out. Hey, Laura. I want to thank Mona for the shout out. I am in my coat mania. So
Yeah.
Be back at it on Monday. Shalom. Thank you so much for hanging out.
It's always a pleasure to be here and hanging out with you and Jess and this beautiful community of absolutely funky, majestic human beings. I love all of you.
Absolutely. You guys are absolutely amazing. Never got into sci-fi anything. I think it's because I just grew up around people that were into sci-fi, and it's something that just stuck. I don't even think I ever had a choice.
It wasn't that hard, Giovanna.
I'm a quilter now.
You are a quilter.
He's a quilter now.
Yes.
Great song.
I'm glad you did it. So I could see it.
You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. We will Twinny McTwin, Silver Will. I can't say it. Civil War quilt. I'd have to talk slow.
I just got done cutting out 3 blocks. Very interesting piecing that's going to be happening in the next 3 videos. So just be ready.
Oh, absolutely. Wow. Is it the Johnny Red block or something? Or I don't know. You said interesting.
No, there's going to be Y seams and some curved pieces.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not my wheelhouse. So it'll be fine. I'll do it.
Laura, thank you so much for hanging out in any capacity. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone. I'm going back to sleep. Thank you so much for hanging out, Giovanna. Funky, majestic humans are. Thank you, Arlie. Thank you. So, like I always say, reinforce your seams, be yourself, and I will definitely see you on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out